Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the UTLR podcast. It is your man on the mic, UTLR Storm. Alongside me tonight, I've got your OGs, and I feel like we should have one of them as an OG at this point. We got HD, SP, y'all know them, and then we got INF on the mic as well tonight. Luke may or may not be here. We will see. But, gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Great. Very
We're cooling, man.
stressful.
I'm
Poor,
chilling.
poor SP's English class, man.
Yeah, poor English. He doesn't understand it. It's all good.
Shout out English.
There's four
I love it.
students left in my class.
Number one language in the world.
Bro started out with like
Probably.
20 students in his class. It's down to 4.
26 to 4.
Even worse.
25
So,
06 to 4. That's a
we're-
great song.
We're glad
Oh.
to have y'all here on the UTLR podcast. It's going to be a very easygoing night. We've been cramming information down y'all throats the last few weeks because NASCAR and even just motorsports in general have been releasing information. We had the Rolex 24 take place. I was very excited to be able to watch the most of that race that I've ever watched in my history of watching that race. 17 hours of it. And then also we had NFL playoffs going on, and we had all that going on. So it's been a crazy busy last few weeks. But tonight, we're just gonna take it easy. We got one main topic besides the Super Bowl, as you see on your screen. Tonight's podcast is titled "Drawing Up a Scheme." Play on words here. We got the Super Bowl this Sunday. We'll get into that in a few minutes. And then you see the 48 Alex Bowman car. That is this year's paint scheme for that 48 Ally, and it looks great. We're going to kind of go over some paint schemes. There's way too many in the field this season, so we won't catch them all, but we're going to catch a vast majority of the 2024 paint schemes that you'll see on track at some given point this season. So with that, we're going to get right into it. Check us out right here on Twitch all the time, every Friday night, and then also with the UTLR podcast on Spotify and on YouTube afterwards. You can check out our, if I can get media up, there we go. UTLR Live or underscore live, and then also UTLR Live on YouTube, and then the UTLR podcast on Spotify. So there are our tags. You can check us out. Let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
So we got around the league taking place. Crazy busy week around the league. SP overall, would you or how do you think the league went on as a whole throughout the week?
Yeah, so the league went pretty well throughout the week. Definitely a lot of bumps in the road for Charlotte. We saw that everyone that raced that Charlotte race decided to get a penalty. Just a lot of stuff that kind of went on there. A lot of chaotic stuff. A lot of heated drivers. Charlotte's just one of those tracks at UTLR we just can't seem to really figure out that well as far as a whole. It's just really hard because so narrow, and you have to really, really adjust your braking zone when you're in the draft, when you're not in the draft, and that threw drivers off all night long, and it was a long race. A lot of drivers got tired. They started moving people at the end of the race, myself included, and just, there's that. And then we saw, I want to say, Matty Ice was able, no, not Matty Ice. Who won that? It was
Claire.
Tomato.
It was Claire.
Oh,
It was
Claire,
Claire.
sorry,
Claire.
It was Claire. It was Claire.
Clater. Yeah, Clater got the
last,
job done
last
there.
corner move.
Got a second or third win, I believe, Cup Series this
Second
season.
win
So
this
congrats
season.
to. That's right, Atlanta. He got his first win.
Yep.
Congrats on that. And then Martinsville, we saw pretty calm race. There's a lot of aggressive driving for the start of the stage on each one, and then it kind of calmed down. But it was a really good battle throughout the whole field and whole night. And we saw a rookie second start in UTLR in any really event, or third event or whatever he raced, and got his win. Black Hammer, congrats on that, buddy. Very nicely done. He had a two-tire stop strategy to start stage 3, and it paid off very well for him as he almost lapped half the field, so he dominated the third stage. But Dusty's still looking at that first win, and going to in 2 weeks, as we have the week off next week. In 2 weeks, we're heading to New Hampshire for the second short track challenge. Dusty's still trying to look for that win, but then we also know what happened at New Hampshire in the Cup Series, so Both those drivers are going to be racing in that race, so we'll see what happens. But overall, very, very good racing this week. But yeah, we have Trucks at Indy next week. It's the only race that we'll be racing. LRS has been on a hot streak. See if he can do anything about that. And then last thing I'll say is Cup Series are off, but they go to Talladega, Alabama, race Talladega Super Speedway in 2 weeks, and that's going to be a very interesting race to say the least, Alex.
Yeah, the only thing I like to add real quick on that is the trucks. Again, it's going to be a short week on the UTLR live network next week, as we're only going to have trucks on Tuesday and then the podcast on Friday. Other than that, no action taking place, so be sure to tune in everything that we do over there. Um, yeah, trucks at Indy, they've had the last 2 weeks off, so they've had time to kind of ice themselves. Not to mention that we also are ending the Triple Truck Challenge. So last race in the Triple Truck Challenge, and they've had a 2 week hiatus to prep for this. So could this be kind of an icer for some drivers, or is this just what some drivers needed to really relax, unwind, and get ready for this race? We shall see.
I think this is. I think this is a good time for me to interject. I was on a
Yeah,
hot streak in the trucks, man. I don't know if
you
I mean
actually are.
I think that's cool. I think this cool down period. I mean, at least it's coming back to Indy. That's one of my favorite tracks in the trucks. So hopefully I can continue where I left off and make an absolute gargantuan run at the playoffs.
Well, and
Hopefully I can do it.
so you've still got a chance, and so kind of talking about playoffs, we got some good drivers heading into the playoffs here, and it's winding down. And this triple truck challenge is going to help boost some drivers. Unfortunately, uh, HD, you're kind of looking a little where you're not able, you haven't really got any true playoff points. You've only gotten one playoff point throughout the triple truck challenge, so you got some work to
Shout out
do.
me for doing not jack diggity squat.
But you got after Indy, you got Texas, Chicagoland, and Talladega before the
Okay.
playoffs start. I mean, how you
I
feel as a
like all
driver?
I'm saying is I like the final four. I like the final four. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I like those four tracks. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like it, and like I said, then we start the playoffs, as you can see right there in white. We start the playoffs at Auto Club on March 19th.
Even better.
So almost just a little under or a little over a month away from starting playoffs here in the Truck Series, and it's gonna be awesome. So INF is also over here. He's looking to just continue on being full time in trucks, and he also announced that he is now full time in Xfinity, and I think he kind of made some admins happy to see him plug in everything UTLR. This guy who I thought was going to struggle to keep as a broadcaster about a season and a half ago is now broadcasting every Wednesday night, unless emergency event comes up. But other than that, he's broadcasting every Wednesday night. He's racing every Tuesday. Now he's racing every Thursday from here on out. And he's going to be competing in our F2 series on Monday nights full time. So, I know if God, dude, you're like a god over here. Like, you have become an ancient empire, just
A
about.
man amongst mortals.
I'm just glad to get an off week next week, so I don't have I can rest my voice.
Yes.
Yeah, this
I was like that's 300 was very taxing on my mental state
vocal
and just my
cords.
voice, just
This
everything. And then I had
I
to
want to
deal
give
with
this guy a
Deport
shout
coming into the booth.
out.
Oh god,
Oh, God.
ew, yeah. What? Nah, I'm
Hmm.
just playing. I love Deport.
Deport saved you.
Yeah, Deport. Thank you, Deport. You've saved my life. I'm literally just Deport Eddie. I'm just here to fill up my time. But I'm just happy I get to have the privilege to be involved in all this. It's very fun.
Oh man, we're glad to have you. And heading into like SP is covering at Talladega next week in the Cup Series, uh, or not next week, 2 weeks from now at Talladega. We're going off of like you said, a race where you had struggles. It's just a track we just struggle at. So we're getting better. We gotta just make those little tweaks to it. But going in Talladega, we go from this track to now a wide open track where we've had a lot of great competition. In our fun runs that we do at Talladega has been nothing short of amazing. So can't wait to put it into where there's points on the line and see what drivers can do. And then we have our special event of the season, not only the All Star race that we had a few weeks ago, but the first ever doubleheader event. 2 races, 1 night at Pocono. It's a double
Oh,
points
shit.
event, and it's 2 races in 1 night. 25% races, and it's going to be a very fun night. Very stressful for the admins, but we will get the job done, and everybody's going to have a blast. We got a good little setup going, and we'll talk more on that. Hopefully, when that time comes around. But yeah, the regular season is only about halfway over though, for the Cup Series. Believe it or not, we still got about a little over about 10 races or so until the playoffs
12
begin.
races.
Yeah, it's not even close to being started. Playoffs don't even start until May 15th for the Cup Series. So
Week after my birthday, by the way. So the cutoff race is my birthday.
May 8th.
Maybe
Shout out the
shout,
birthday, by the way.
shout out that's the cutoff race to get to the
May,
It's
so
at
playoffs.
May so May
Daytona
8th is,
too.
so May 8th is your
Even
birthday
worse.
at Daytona.
I mean, hey, it's better than I guess I don't know Sonoma. I'll take a
Hey.
Daytona
Oh,
race
you
on
don't
my
want
birthday.
you
I'm
don't
happy.
want to know what's after
Hey.
Daytona. Do I have some bad news for you?
Is it Sonoma
I
right
have-
after Daytona?
You
Are
have some
kidding me?
really
Yes, it
bad, some
is.
really unfortunate news to share with you. Yes, Sonoma is
Oh, thank
right after
God.
Daytona.
Okay, I did my Kenny Walker dunk challenge in 2K. I'm happy. All right, we can continue on.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got on the league. We had our Park 27 driver. I forget who did race the 27.
Memphis. That was Memphis.
Oh yes, Memphis. He came in and actually performed very well. He was actually doing very well at the end of it. He kind of got moved out of the way towards the end and had a poor result due to that. But nonetheless, our Park 27 field continues to shine, continues to do greatness. All slots are still filled till the end of our time for the 27 car through the regular season. So it's awesome that whoever has already taken place and has already fulfilled their roles for the season of P27, or the guys that are still yet to even make their first P27 start for this season. Uh, it's amazing to see the accomplishments that we've done. SP with this project, he put it together, he came up with the idea, and it's rolling with fire. It's awesome to see everybody plugging in to take place with P27, and we got people asking how can they get in because they're wanting to get into the P27, but yet all spots are filled. Well, hate to say it, but gotta wait till next season. So, and we may have a new game by then. So, open the doors are wide open. Um,
I'm gonna
really,
have to step
so
my ish up and get the game when it drops.
yeah, start saving now.
I have to wait
'cause
4
that thing's
months.
gonna be probably about $100 probably.
Jesus, mother.
Step your
So go
game
ahead,
up, man.
go ahead and get
Get
it ready.
some money.
Step your game up, stupid.
So we're gonna
Some.
dive right into everything we have going on tonight. We have Yeah, so I kind of hate that we
Alex
don't have
Bowman.
LRS for this moment, but it's all good. No worries. It is NFL playoff talk time, and not only the playoffs, but playoffs are pretty much over. We have the Super Bowl this Sunday, Chiefs versus the 49ers, and I don't know. There's some debate. There's been a lot of debate on this one. We got Usher performing the halftime show, um, and we got a great game on tap in Las Vegas, of all places. So, HD, I'll kind of let you kind of start this one off on thoughts or ideas of Super Bowl this week.
Um. Well, the Chiefs have continued to prove me wrong, and it's honestly really, really pissing me off. Like, really, because this team isn't as good as they're playing right now. They're playing above expectations. So shout out to them, I guess. Shout out to them. They looked awful in the regular season, but they've stepped it up. They've collectively played good in the playoffs. Also, Lamar Jackson just completely sold the bag in the AFC Championship game. Shout out
did.
Lamar Jackson. Shout out Zay
Shout out
Flowers
to
for
Sell,
fumbling
by the
on the
way.
goal
He
line.
sold America, bro. He
He did.
sold our
But
corporate.
now,
He fed the corporate overlords their Taylor Swift
now
cameras.
granted, I think this is going to be a good Super Bowl. I think it's going to be better than the Jimmy G disaster class in 2020. I think Jimmy G started the C virus. Who cares about Rudy Gobert starting the C virus? When Jimmy G choked the Super Bowl, that's when the world went to crap in 2020. I blame Jimmy Garoppolo. To hell with that guy. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a good game. Now, as to who's going to win, I can't pick against Kansas City because if I pick against Kansas City, they're going to win. That being said, I'm picking against Kansas City. That being said, I'm going to do it a fourth time. If I'm 0 for 4 on picking against Kansas City, I am never ever making an NFL pick ever again. Never ever again. I will say that the Saints will not even make the playoffs. We're going to win the damn Super Bowl next year. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do in my NFL picks. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I think Brock Purdy's going to show out. I hope he does. We need.
I just hope he doesn't sell
I do too.
because I
Because
mean
I'm not gonna
he's
lie,
got
Brock looked a
potential.
little rough the first half of that Lions game, but then Kyle Shanahan dialed it in. I don't know if we talked about it last week. Shout out the Chargers for basically stealing the entirety, or we didn't talk about it last week at all. Shout out Jim Harbaugh and the entire Michigan coaching staff for going to the Chargers. Chargers are still not going to win that division, by the way. But shout out the Chargers. Shout out Justin Herbert. He has a competent head coach
Wild
now.
card spot. Here we come, baby.
You're
Woohoo!
still losing to Jacksonville. Congratulations. That was
Yeah!
that is very not good language, but alrighty. Life's clipped
If y'all thought that this year's
bleach.
playoffs was upside down, just wait till next year whenever the Chargers are in the playoffs and they still choke it away.
When the Saints win the Super Bowl as the 7th seed.
In your dreams.
Shout out to
No.
Will Levis leading the Titans to a playoff berth next year, by the way. Flash, if it happens, you owe me $10.
Next year's
I'm gonna be honest with you.
next year's Super Bowl is going to be Chargers versus Saints.
Oh hell no. If that happens, I might sell my house and move to Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Why would you do that?
I hate Alabama. Because I hate Alabama. And if that happens,
Oh.
I will move. Because
To
I don't want the Saints
Alabama.
to play the Chargers ever.
Roll
Under
Tide.
any given circumstance. Anyway, yeah, Super Bowl is going to be a good game, I think. I'm still picking against Kansas City. To hell with Kansas City. Brock Purdy, let's ride.
I don't know. I
Yep,
don't
there we
like
go.
either team. I want to see the Lions. I want to see the Lions, but they sold right there at the end. Should have kicked the field goal, but Dan Campbell got cocky. So, typical.
I
Dan
respect the
Campbell.
aggression, but that's just not the time to have it.
No, it's
I
not.
respect it. Not the time to have it.
No, he was being cocky, and he's been cocky in the entire playoffs. Going for a fourth down.
We're
and
gonna run the fake punt.
yeah.
We'll run it a second time. We'll run it a third time.
It's worked. Why not keep on using it? Well, it's going to run out, and it did. So,
Yep.
I don't really have a dog in this fight. I don't really care for San Francisco, and Mahomes.
Damn, really?
Mahomes is about. He played high school football. Actually, was my hometown's arch rival. He played in White House, Texas, and White House and Sulphur Springs, where I live, are literally next to each other about 20, 30 minutes, and we were arch rivals year after year in football. So to see him be in Super Bowl, cool for Mahomes, but I'm not a Mahomes fan. I don't really care for the Chiefs. I'm tired of seeing them do so good, and then this year, like HD said, they've been mid or worse
They were
all
just
season
so
long.
bad, but they've came out of nowhere. They've ripped this win streak out the ass.
Exactly.
Literally.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Mahomes. I'm not a big fan of the Chiefs. Not a big fan of the 49ers. My vote is Usher. So go Usher.
My vote is Usher. Alrighty. Alrighty. then.
SP, your thoughts?
Go Niners. He's a Niners
That-
fan this weekend.
That's about
that's
it.
it.
Well, what do you mean I'm a Niners fan this week? That's my team.
You don't even
Bro
keep up with the NFL. I
Bro
bet
just
you don't
started
even-
watching the
I bet you-
NFL this year.
you
Go-
didn't even know
no, I've
Christian
been watching-
McCaffrey
I've been watching-
existed.
Yeah, I
Started
did. He was
watching
on the
this
Panthers.
Super Bowl thing.
Well,
There's these
well, it's
Packers
not
and
hard.
these
It's
Chiefs in
freaking
here. When does
Damn
Patrick Mahomes
McCaffrey.
start the game?
That's a good one.
I'm just gonna give it to the. I already think it doesn't matter what Mahomes does for the rest of his career. He could not go to the Super Bowl for the rest of his life. He's still a Hall of Famer. There's no feasible way he's not a Hall of Famer. He's got the resume already. I'm sorry, but I'm also gonna say this much. This is actually a good bridge topic. Short little NFL awards bridge topic. Lamar Jackson is the least impressive two-time MVP winner I've ever seen. Genuinely, the
Yeah.
least impressive.
I
This
agree.
is
Fully agree.
Blake Snell levels of chicanery. Blake Snell, in baseball terms, has 2 Cy Young awards. He's one of, I think, 15 MLB pitchers in history to have 2 different Cy Young awards. And he's the only one, I believe, to have one in the AL, the American League, and the NL, the National League. I still think Blake Snell is one of the weirdest two-time Cy Young winners of all time because he was good in 2018, didn't do shit from 2019 to 2022. All of a sudden, 2023, he's just Randy Johnson reincarnate. Same thing with Lamar Jackson. He won his MVP in like 2019, 2020, or whatever. I forgot the year. Well, yeah, it was 2020. He was okay for a couple years, and then this is the least impressive MVP season I've ever seen in the NFL that
Mhm.
I've seen with my own two eyes.
The fact that Dak is in for it
Genuinely.
says something.
God, you know this, but I think Dak
I-
Prescott deserved it more than Lamar Jackson. You know I don't like Dak Prescott. It
No,
pains me to
but
say that.
I mean,
I feel like I'm eating fucking
and here's the bad thing.
frickin'.
And
I feel
I'll
like I'm
be,
eating like that little stuff you spray on couches to prevent your dog from chewing. I
I'll
feel
be,
like I'm
That's
I'll
nice.
be
feel like I'm
honest.
sipping
At
that.
least, like, Dak just screws
Yeah.
up. He doesn't really sell as bad as Lamar Jackson does.
Dak just screws up on
Yeah,
a
Dak just
national
screws
level,
up.
and he's
He doesn't-
Who
he doesn't
underneath
screws up on the
sell.
the
national level?
He's just
Whenever
underneath the national microscope that Lamar Jackson isn't on when he messes up,
Yeah,
which is not fair to Dak.
at least
all.
Lamar sells. Like, so that's why I would say, yeah, Dak over Lamar Jackson. But you got Debo and CMC. I think CMC actually in for it on 49ers. So I think CMC is probably going to get it just because it usually goes to somebody who's in the Super Bowl. 9 times out of 10, it's what happens. We could, I swear to God, I'm going to lose my shit if somehow Dak gets it. But
Well, it
I don't
happened
see
last
that.
night, and Dak did not get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dak did not get it.
Oh,
Why? Because the
yeah.
NFL is anti-Cowboys propaganda, and I'm a
Right.
Saints fan saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Saints
No,
fan
I
saying
completely
that.
understand you. Yeah, I got you.
Shout out Tyrann Mathieu for winning an award. I don't know what the hell the award was, but he won something for NOLA. Also, Joe Flacco, love you. You did not deserve Comeback Player of the Year. That's Baker
Oh,
Mayfield's
hell
award.
no.
Anywho, continue.
Hell no.
Kevin Stefanski, terrible Coach of the Year pick. Should have been the Texas coach D'Amico Ryans, if you ask me, or
Yep.
Dan Campbell. But no,
Oh, you
let's
want to
just
talk
give it to
robbery?
let's just give it to Gwen Stefani over here.
You want
Kevin
to talk
Stefanski.
robbery? You haven't even begun on the Defensive Player of the Year.
Miles
You
Garrett
haven't-
wasn't even top
Myles
5
Garrett.
in any defensive category, and he wins. TJ Watt. Shit. Khalil
Just
Mack had a better
robbed.
case than Miles Garrett. Khalil Mack led the NFL in sacks, I believe, for like 15 out of 18 weeks of the season. Khalil Mack finished the year with the second most sacks in the NFL. He had a better case than Miles Garrett.
It sounds like we have a lot of
Yeesh.
I'm not gonna
Oh.
say, I'm not gonna say on the mic, but we have a lot of our current president behind our voting population for these awards.
Good lord.
I don't know if politics were truly running the awards, then DeMar Hamlin would have won the Comeback Player of the Year award.
Which, no disrespect to DeMar Hamlin at all. I'm sorry, you played in maybe 5 snaps in the regular season, and the worst fake punt attempt I've ever seen.
Comeback
Actually,
Player
Actually,
of the Year.
actually, the worst fake punt attempt I've ever seen, Justin Fields in the 2017 National Championship game against Alabama. That was awful. That was terrible.
Oh, yeah. And finally,
That was
shout
awful.
out Cameron Hayward for winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
His speech was touching. The man was in tears.
Making differences in the community. That's what it's all about.
I think the last Saint to win that award was Cam Jordan, and he's won it twice. Shout out Cam Jordan, Saints legend.
Shout out Walter Payton Man of the Year award finalists, because it doesn't matter about walking home with the award. It's about touching the community and helping in any way you can, trying to make the world a little better. Ending on a little bit of positivity for the awards.
There we
Yeah, I
go.
like it. I like it.
I think that's a good ending to the NFL segment. I think we
Yeah.
actually did that pretty seamlessly. We ran it a little bit. That's good.
Hey,
Nice and seamless.
I
There we
like
go.
that. You know what though?
Nice and
How
seamless.
about we find out on Sunday who's going to be running up a scheme? Meanwhile, another scheme we're going to be talking about is NASCAR scheme going into the 500 here in 2 weeks. Season has finally started. We got the clash out of the way. Everybody hates Hamlin now even more. And
I think it's fine.
Shout out to,
Denny, I guess.
well, shout out to Hamlin, but also shout out to Hamlin's dad for telling him to not do "I Beat Your Favorite Driver" anymore. I love you so much. Thank you for doing that. So
I beat your favorite driver.
R.I.P.
It
to
wasn't
the
even.
"I
here's
Beat
the
Your
thing,
Favorite
it wasn't-
Driver."
it was good the first time he done it because I watched it when he did it the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time. He said, "I beat your favorite driver." I'm like, "That's cool." Like, all right, Dennis, you're milking it now. Shut your mouth, Dennis.
Yeah.
Your name is Dennis. You have no credibility whatsoever.
His
If your name
dad
was
literally
maybe
messaged
Nah,
him.
Michael,
it's
you'd have
cool. That's hard.
credibility.
That's hard.
Yeah.
He should keep doing that. I think he should have kept doing that because it's cool as hell, and it fits what he's trying to build on his image.
Well,
He's trying to
his
build.
dad
He
his
does.
dad told him that he
He's
was being
ran.
cocky.
Oh,
Well, I mean, if good
whatever.
old,
Denny
well, I mean, if
Hamlin
good
can do
old,
whatever the hell he wants.
well, except win a championship, obviously. So until
No,
he wins a championship,
exactly.
he
He
can
can't
keep
do
his
that for
trap
shit.
shut.
This year, I think Denny Hamlin is going to be. You're going to see a whole new Denny Hamlin,
And he
and
still's
not in
not
the
gonna
sense of
win.
like success, not in the sense of success, but in the sense of he's going to be even more aggressive, maybe even more dirty, more of a villain than he ever has been in his
You're
entire
gonna
career.
see Denny Hamlin in the
ran
face
out
of
of
failure.
he's ran out of craps to give, and he is going to go balls to the walls, be
He's
as
run out of
villainous as he
shits to
can
giggle.
to try and get a title. Yeah,
And
he's
he's still gonna fall
he's ran
short.
out of, and he will still somehow choke this. But if he does,
Alex
I mean,
Alex
hey, he
Bowman
wins the
at
title.
Martinsville
I
Part
mean,
2.
I'm fine with it. I'm
Alex
fine with
Bowman
Denny
at
Hamlin.
Martinsville
I'll be
Part
fine with
2.
that.
Now, NASCAR needs a villain like this. We need personality, and we need Denny Hamlin, bro. He's doing. Not a lot of people will care to admit it, but in an era where where personality is kind of flawed in or not as great as it was back in the
It's not as
day,
prevalent,
or
yeah.
and not as prevalent. Denny Hamlin is out here trying to get people interested and trying to get a character going to try and get people interested.
He is. I'll give him that. And SP, I mean,
Because you
what
got
is your thoughts with all this? With, I mean, the Clash, Hamlin, and some people not liking that so well.
people that don't like it.
Well, yeah, people that don't like it just get butthurt because they're not a Denny Hamlin fan, or they're a Chase Elliott fan. Really, I honestly think that it's fine. Yeah, I do think that he was milking it, as HD and INF has been saying. He's been milking it a little bit. I'm glad he's gonna stop. He's trying to make his own thing, like Chastain Wall Road, and they stopped that because that was that. But yeah, no, I think they just, that's the right thing. Just kind of stop doing it. It's okay. Just saying, it's all right.
I don't see what's wrong with it. I think he should keep doing it. I think it's a bit cool when he does it.
Well,
I mean,
that's
what
what
part
I'm
of his
saying.
I just beat your favorite driver. What you gonna do about it? And yeah, like what that is cool as hell. I think so many other drivers got gimmicks
It's
like
one
that.
thing if he were to consistently win, but I
Well,
don't
it's not
know.
like Denny Hamlin's a loser. Denny Hamlin is like consistently getting 3+ wins a season. It's not like
I went
he's
for
like
like Chase
bad.
Elliott to win and say I beat your favorite driver. I'm waiting to
Dude,
see
nah,
Chase
Chase
Elliott
Elliott
wins.
Yeah.
win.
He's like
I
your
just
favorite. No, Chase Elliott wins. He says your favorite driver just won.
Dude,
Let-
I just want Alex Bowman to win and be good because Alex Bowman, if puts himself out there more nationally and like is succeeding more, he's got a funny ass personality. Dark humor is that man's game. You watch any Alex Bowman like being funny compilation on YouTube, you're like, hey, this guy's got our sense of humor, but he hasn't put himself out there because he's kind of trash. He's kind of trash. I mean, he was good last year, so I just want Alex Bowman to
He's
be
the
good.
modern
He's
day
got a
Casey
he's
Kane
got a
of Hendrick
good, funny
Motorsports.
personality. Yeah, that's the most
Like
accurate comparison I've ever heard to describe Alex Bowman.
in
That makes
in
so
the
much
era
sense.
in the modern, it's just the modern day Junior Kane Gordon Johnson. In that sense, Kane is just the odd man out. I mean, he's still like
Ellie
he's not bad. He's just Casey Kane. He's
Larson
driving the
would
five
probably in
car.
this instance be Johnson. Elliott's probably Gordon. Okay, Byron might be Gordon actually. Elliott's probably Junior. Really liked, has the occasional success. Plus, he's a champion, so whatever. And good old Alex Bowman occasionally gets a win, but when he doesn't get more than a win in a season, oh, he's ass. Throw him into the toilet. Throw him to the wolves. Put him in
Shout
the
out
put him in
Alex
the
Bowman,
dumpster,
lovers
Rick.
of the world.
I love Alex
We
Bowman.
recognize
That's my
you.
goat. That's my goat right there, Alex Bowman, baby. That's my goat.
We'll see how he
That's my
does.
dog.
I do want to go over it, and y'all brought it up before we actually got started here tonight. And we'll briefly discuss this, and then we'll get right to what our schemes are because we got a lot to go over. But
Indeed.
our power rankings entering the 2024 season, there's a couple shockers, and a couple that a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with. We don't have any graphics because, like I said, this got brought to us right before, so we didn't have time to get anything inputted into the visuals here. But going over them, the top 10 are pretty much. Shit, where'd it go? Which I guess it just disappeared on me. Hold up. There. Wait. If I can find it again.
While you're
There it
doing
is.
that, SP,
Okay.
I want to shout out Peyton Watson. He's elite. Like the Amethyst Peyton Watson is elite from in 2K. He's amazing.
All right, so power rankings are number 1. Yes, SP, I did just post that. Number 1 is obviously Hendrick. No brainer. I think Larson. Honestly, I don't unless Chase can do a rebound year after the poor performance last year. We'll see what he does, but I feel like Byron is going to be at the top of his game like he was last year, and just continue to build on that. So I would expect Byron to do great things this year and probably be the class of the field of Hendrick. Probably followed up by either Chase or Larson. I can't really say which one. Based off last year, I'd say Larson, but Chase also was out half the season, so we'll see how that goes. And Bowman, we'll see where he kind of lands. I feel like I'm hoping that he does something because if not, I don't know if he may be at Hendrick much longer. Everybody says that he's there for sure, but man, if he can't perform, then there might be a spot open here soon.
Which I've been seeing on a lot of like on a lot of just a couple drivers' Instagrams. A lot of people are saying that Sammy Smith might be
Sammy
the
Smith,
perfect
yeah.
replacement for Alex
Yep.
Bowman. Sammy
Yeah.
Smith might be the
Sammy
perfect replacement
Smith,
for
I
Alex
was gonna
Bowman.
say.
And to be honest with
Sammy
you,
Smith.
if Bowman gets pushed out, Sammy Smith is not the worst replacement ever. Sammy Smith has already proven himself in the Xfinity Series. Shout out Sammy Smith. I would not be mad at that. Now, I think Bowman could obviously find a ride somewhere else. Not going to be the
Easily.
same caliber as Hendrick, but he'll definitely find himself another ride somewhere.
Yeah, somebody will definitely pick him up.
I swear to God, if Trackhouse opens up another full-time car for Alex Bowman, I'm gonna lose it. I swear to God, if that happens, I would lose my mind.
Well,
But
we'll
yeah,
see.
shout out Sammy Smith.
Team Penske is number 2. Kind of not shocking. Blaine just won the championship, so
Yeah,
I guess.
and Logano's obviously Logano.
Yeah,
Logano's
Logano.
Mr. Consistency at the top.
Yeah.
It's an even year. It's
why
2024. This
why
means
is
Logano could
Hendrick
very
on
easily
top?
win another.
Hendrick didn't do shit last year. Well, I guess Byron did win 6 races.
What do you wait?
No,
Huh?
what?
Sorry,
Byron
no.
won.
SP,
Byron had the
SP.
most
Let's say
wins, and
SP.
then Larson was kicking
Sorry,
ass.
I had a
SP,
brain
I'll give it
fart.
to you,
Larson had
Sam.
like
It's
3
okay.
wins last
Two
year
of their
on top of
hey,
Byron's
he
6.
made a mistake. He made a mistake.
Half of their team was racing injured last season.
Yes.
Literally.
I had a brain fart. I'm sorry.
They literally were.
And-
Shout
and-
out
it's
Josh
okay.
Berry.
Two
Josh
dr-
Berry
came
got
in
a
and filled
second
in.
place before Chase Elliott did.
Yeah.
I want that to sink in.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh
did.
Berry.
So yeah, Team Penske number 2, Joe Gibbs number 3, RFK showed out and got 4th. 23XI is improving and they're ranked as number 5. Here's
Being a 2-car team, that's very good for being a 2-car team.
Now here's a bold one that probably some will not agree with. Trackhouse is number 6 out of 10.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with
I
that.
think Trackhouse and 2311 should swap. That's my only
I
feeling.
think
I think
Otherwise,
so.
I think that's
no.
accurate.
I feel like
Wait,
Trackhouse should be 4
No. Here's my problem.
No.
Chastain.
No.
No,
over
here's the thing.
RFK.
Chastain.
Trackhouse over
Dude,
RFK.
RCR is
think
better than
Hell no.
I think Chastain elevates Trackhouse and Suarez drags Trackhouse, so that equals out.
Okay, so
Yes, I'm I love Suarez,
here we go.
he's dragging him
Maybe
right now. He's
maybe
dragging him.
Trackhouse should be
Just a little
better
bit.
than 23XI, so up to 5th at
No.
least.
But
But-
no, I'm sorry.
But
I
no,
think
no, no,
Wallace
no.
and Reddick as a whole are more consistent than Chastain and Suarez.
Actually,
Genuinely.
you know what? Hunter just opened the wolf back from my, or pulled the wool back from my eyes. Like, I'm kind of seeing it. I kind of see
Well-
what he's laying down.
Yeah,
Wait, so you're
okay.
Because-
telling me RCR is worse
a-
than Trackhouse? Because that is a
as
bold
a-
RCR is ranked number 7.
But
Okay,
here's the
how?
problem. RCR is just Kyle Busch Motorsports. Austin Dillon isn't doing shit. He's not doing a
least-
damn thing.
Yeah.
He's just
Suarez
there.
Suarez has a better average finish than Austin Dillon did.
Yes. Now, here's the problem. RCR should probably be ahead of Trackhouse for the sole purpose that if Kyle Busch can have playoff consistency, they can be better by far.
But
if
they didn't.
Austin Dillon can do something, anything, I don't care what it is, Do
He just needs to get
something.
another he just needs to get another one of those oh, he just won those kind of races that he's had like 4 times in his
Texas,
career
like
where
in
he
2020.
wins and just oh,
Oh,
The
he
way
won.
he
okay.
almost won the Auto Club race that Larson won.
Yeah.
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 The way he finished second.
Like I said, if he can do something,
Yeah,
but
that was some
I will
race.
say, coming into 2024, that's not a bad spot for Trackhouse being 6th, but I feel like after this season, expect them to be higher up. I think Chastain, you got SVG taking part of the Trackhouse program now.
Well,
Even though he's on college side, yes, but
it's like he's gonna be driving for colleagues, so I guess that's now gonna be like a little bit switched.
yeah,
I think actually that's smarter because then it actually opens up the door for that 91 card to, be its actual purpose of getting people in the seat,
well,
other than just
and what
one
Justin
dude.
Marks has in store for the whole Trackhouse team. I mean, he's looking for the way he's looking right now. He's looking to have possibly a 4-car organization by
There might,
2025, maybe 2026, like by next year or the year after.
I mean, think
Which-
about this. He's got Zane Smith, truck champion, Carson
Luke's cousin.
Hocevar, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Connor Zilic in his stable of drivers that he's trying to work up there. That's 4 super talented drivers,
Along with-
all of them going to be future. Well,
With
other than
already
Shane
Chastain
because he's a
doing
little bit
Chastain
older.
things, and then you have
Chastain-
Lonely Suarez over here on his own little stable.
Suarez is bringing in the sponsorship for now, but as as I just mentioned, the talent pool that Trackhouse has available to them in a couple years down the line, I mean, Suarez is already kind of it's got to be, you kind of got to step up here, man. You got to get a good season under your feet here because
If
right
not,
now
he's out
job
the door.
security is looking a little questionable for the 919. Maybe at least 2 more seasons.
Mm-hmm. So you got
I mean,
RCR
job
number
security
6.
for a lot of people's honestly getting a little thin. I don't think Austin Dillon's going to stick around that much longer. I'm going to be honest. I think this might be Dillon's last season.
Maybe 2 more years.
No,
for
no.
him.
We'll
Yeah.
see, because
I-
Two to three.
he's gonna
feeling-
have he's gonna have job security.
He'll be fine.
I think that's stupid
Say
that
that
his
Ty
name
Dillon.
gives him job
Say
security.
that to Ty Dillon.
Ty
Well,
Dillon
his
has
job
no job
security.
security. Ty Dillon has job security for a
Dylan
season.
is running in
He
the
just
truck
gets
series
jobs
now.
because he's Dylan. Because he's a
Ty
Dylan.
Dillon,
Which I think that
and Ty
which
Dillon's
that's
just like a
good
very
move for
average
Ty
wheel
Dillon.
man. He's just
That's a good dude. That's a good dude thing for Ty Dillon.
he's just
I think
really,
Austin would fare better in the Xfinity Series. If Austin went to the Xfinity Series, he'd fare a lot better. If you ask me, that's just me though.
I mean,
That's
Xfinity
just
Series
me.
champion, multi-time winner there. I mean, Austin Dillon,
Oh, yeah.
proven,
Oh, yeah,
very
that's just
good
me.
down there. He can,
Mhm.
And that's just me.
but
I
Alright,
just don't think
so-
the Gen 7. I just don't think the Gen 7 suits him at all. He needs to change
All right,
change
Alex,
scenery.
So you got
quickly.
number 7.
Continue on.
Number 8 is SHR. With
All right.
them
Wow,
In a-
that
in
fell
a-
off a
a-
cliff.
under
They're
like now
kind
they're
of overall just
regrowing.
bad, so that's fine.
Yeah. Here's a shocker. The last 2. JTG is number 9 and Front Row is number
Okay.
10.
Okay.
And we
I
talked
expected
about
that.
this beforehand, and we'll bring it back up.
JTG's bad. JTG's not that
JTG
good.
Well,
should
they're
not
not
be
that
number
good.
9.
Actually,
They're not
ahead
that
of
before I
Front
see
Row.
about
They're not that good. They're not that good.
No,
They're
they've
not
been
that good.
decent.
they had a good season. It's
No,
not that they had a good
no,
season. It's just that
no,
Front Row
no.
Motorsports just
Just no.
had
A
Just
better
no.
two
season.
cars
Just no.
that were
Just no.
performing
Just no.
good.
Congratulations, you won the Daytona 500. Whoop-de frickin' duty.
But
They
we also
actually
talked about this.
ran
It wasn't
good
like
this
Ricky Stenhouse
season.
did bad. Ricky Stenhouse had a good season for himself.
They
He
ran
had
good
a very
this
respectful
season,
season for
yeah.
JTG Doherty. The
He
best
ran
season
good
that
this
team's
season.
ever seen.
Is it only a one-man team? It's only a one-man team, right? It's
The
just
one,
him?
it's a
Yeah.
one-man
It's a
operation.
one-man
Okay.
Very,
operation.
fairly small.
So why the hell
organization.
is he in 9th ahead of a 2-team of Front Row who
Well,
went
here's
off
the
and
thing.
won in
Todd
34, and
Gilliland
Todd
is
Gilliland's
just-
actually doing decent.
What do you
Todd
mean?
Gilliland was
They both won
fine.
the same amount of races.
Todd
and guess
Gilliland
what? Ricky
was fine.
Ricky
think
Stenhouse
McDowell
had
had a
more
better
top
season.
tens than Front Row did
No,
this year.
100% had a better season than
McDowell had a
Ricky
better overall
Stenhouse Jr.
consistent season. I feel like McDowell wouldn't give you top tens. McDowell would like give you like a good like 12th to 15th or 16th runs.
I can
Keep
run-
the car
no,
clean. How many DNFs
I'm
did
in that
McDowell
mood.
have?
I'm looking.
How many DNFs did McDowell have? He didn't have that many. I know he didn't have that
72.
many.
I
Probably like
am
2 or 3.
checking at the moment.
we
Stenhouse
heard
only had
Stenhouse
3
had 3.
DNFs. Stenhouse had
Shout out
3,
Stenhouse.
which is really good.
Shout out Stenhouse.
I mean, Stenhouse
Michael
is getting better.
McDowell's 2023 season. Oh my gosh, he had literally almost the exact same stats as Stenhouse. 36 races, 1 win, 2 top 5s, 97 laps led, 3 DNFs, an average start of 16.9, so a better average start, but a worse average finish than Stenhouse with a 19.0. 028.
So where's
I would
Todd,
say-
where's
record
Todd
Stenhouse
Gilliland coming
has
to the
a
picture
average
with that?
range of 7.
Todd Gilliland.
Todd Gilliland has done great.
Todd Gilliland
like for
had a
what
sixth
he's
somewhere,
by his
and then he
standards,
was
Todd
fine.
Gilliland has been doing great.
Dude, I'm just excited for Carson Hocevar because I saw Hocevar finish in the top 10 at Bristol. I'm like,
Dude,
okay,
I'm telling you
he's
right
got
now.
something. I'm
telling you,
excited for
I'm
Hocevar.
calling it right now. Spire's gonna have their best season yet this year.
I mean,
Oh,
hey,
no
I
doubt.
was on
All
the
across NASCAR.
double season.
Hey,
They're going to
I
be
was on
about
the
where
host
they
of
were
our wagon
last
before it was
last
cool.
season.
I was on the host of our wagon 2 seasons ago when he was a Truck Series rookie. I was on the host of our wagon 2 years ago. I just wanted to be known. I was on the
Yeah.
host of our wagon before he was cool.
I
Just
I
wanted to be
think
known.
SP, you're about to go on about Spire right now about how they've
Let
they're
me
gonna have a
tell
great
you
season.
something.
Go for it.
I am a big
Corey
Spire
Lajizzle.
Motorsport sports fan. God, I can't get words out. However, I feel like they are gonna have good resources, especially in trucks. I don't really see them. Obviously, yes, they will improve, but I'm not expecting them to run to at least having one top 15, each week. I'm not expecting it. I think they're gonna be a few positions better, However, but having, those extra cars, you know, you have to spread your supply a little bit more. They spent a lot of money getting KBM and all that. I think they're still
I
going to be a
mean-
half decent team. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. The problem is just
They're getting
I don't
KBM's
think
resources though. So
Yeah, they
that's
get
for
that
trucks.
whole
For
team.
they're getting
trucks.
KBM's truck resources, which
They'll
for
be good
trucks.
in trucks. They're going to be very good in trucks.
shout out Rajah.
Do I-
They're going to be good in
and
Cup too. They laid
shout
in
out
a
Rajah
bunch of
Caruth, by the
huge
way.
sponsorships
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
offseason.
I
Yeah.
Huge
think they'll be
sponsorships is
really
gonna
good
help.
in
Shout out Rajah
Cup,
Caruth.
but
Shout out
I'm
Kyle
not
Busch.
expecting them to be top 15 each week, at least one guy. I'm just not.
But if
I'm
they
not.
are, I mean,
not set.
that's really hard to do considering you could have all 400 cars in the top 15, all 4 Gibbs cars. Boom, that's half the top 15 right there. All of Penske,
But-
that's 3/4 of the top 15. So
Exactly.
And
if
don't
well,
forget, like,
that's
on-
insanely hard to do for a team such as Spire. If they can do it, like if they can have 16 races or like 17 or 18 half the season where one of their guys gets a top 15, that's a win. That is a huge
It
win for
is. That's
Spire.
a huge.
That is a
And
huge
When
win.
I'm when I'm
And you know what?
expecting
Even better if they
is-
both get a top 15.
What I'm
Even
expecting
better.
is having at least one car in top 20 in points. That's what I'm expecting. At least have one.
Oh,
Who do
that
I
will.
think
Now-
it's
And I
gonna
think-
be?
Easily.
It'll
Now,
probably be
I don't think
frickin'
LaJoy's going to
Hocevar.
win the playoff. No, I don't think LaJoy was going to make the playoffs. He'll get close
But-
though. I think LaJoy might finish the year like 18th in points. I genuinely think he can finish 18th
I think he could.
just on points.
It's not like
Just on
Spire's
points.
becoming a bad team either. They're easily emerging from the backpack of the Cup field to starting to be at the
Shout out
mid-pack level.
LaJoy
Like
Well, and
now-
that- and
they're
that's my
now a
hope.
Playing the
backmarker
game
team.
of-
Now they're a mid-pack team.
Oh, and that's
They've
my whole
Shout out
point. Is
LaJoy
that's
for
what I'm
playing
saying.
the
They're gonna have a
long
better
game.
overall
LaJoy
season.
played the
They're gonna have
long
their best
game.
season yet because they were a back marker just like a season or two ago, and now here we are, a mid back team.
Shout out
since
Corey for
since
playing
the
the
next
long
gens
game.
dropped, Spire Motorsports has been just cooking. They've been getting better and better. And this season, with a stacked Cup Series lineup, Corey LaJoy, Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, a Truck Series full series lineup of Rajah Caruth and Chase Purdy, along with that 7 car being filled by spots like Corey LaJoy, Kyle Busch, and more people that haven't been announced yet, along with their big sponsors. This is going to be a great season for Spire. They already have 2 wins in the trucks by themselves without any other funding. And they got Rev Racing, which they're also going to be aligned with, which is essentially Nick Sanchez's team. So they're going to have a lot of data. There's going to be a lot of success coming out of the Spire Motorsports camp, and more success equals more moolah
All
to
right.
spend on
Then
that
let
team
me
to
ask
get better.
another question.
Shout out freak dick Nick
What's going to
Sanchez.
happen first? A Spire Motorsports win or GTA 6 coming out? What happens first?
I think it's
Spire
Spire
Motorsports
Motorsports
win.
win.
Spire Motorsports win.
They have 2
Okay,
truck wins in the last 2 years.
in Cup.
Oh, in Cup? Let's see. How long do
26.
we have? 2026?
2025. Wait,
Well,
no.
I
you
mean,
think Spire already has a
granted.
win in the Cup Series, but
No, they don't. Oh, yes, they do.
Justin
Sorry.
Haley. Justin
know-
Haley.
Yeah, sorry.
Corey
Yeah,
LaJoy
no,
came
no,
close.
it's the most
I mean,
forgettable win I
granted-
think in Cup in the last few years.
I mean, granted, they probably could have had another win on the ledger in truck if Alex Bowman didn't completely
murder himself
send
into
Stewart. No,
Stewart
no,
they,
no,
they
no.
could have
Friesen.
had
Send
one last
Stewart
year if
Friesen to
Elliott hadn't
Narnia.
sent LaJoy around.
That was in
Yeah.
22, I
2022,
thought,
but-
where Elliot completely just
Yeah,
walls
2022.
LaJoy for no good reason. Just completely
Yeah.
murdered him.
I'm the
Completely.
hometown boy here, motherfucker. Watch this. Boom. And then just completely kills Corey LaJoy.
Boom.
Boom.
All right, Alex. I think it's
My
time to
win.
move on.
Give me that.
Yeah.
I think this is a
We're
good
getting off
segue. Yeah.
topic. That's a whole
But,
different
Alex,
topic.
In the words of Bubbles, we're off the subject. We're
So
getting off the
here's the best
subject.
part. We're going to show y'all the schemes, and y'all going to get to. We're going to quickly discuss. We have 58 schemes to go through here, so we're going to
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
speed through them.
Rate it and give one comment. Rate it and give it a comment. 1 through 10. Rate
Blitzkrieg.
it.
Yeah,
Small comment. That's what we're
Give me
doing.
a
yeah.
very,
Rate
like,
it.
one
Rate it
sentence
and a
comment.
small comment about
Concise.
it. We'll
Hunter,
move
I'm
on.
looking at you.
'Cause
Hey.
You
I ain't gonna lie,
ramble.
I was uploading these,
Shut up.
and there's a couple drivers. I'm like, holy shit. Now some of these I know there are other sponsors that just haven't been released yet, or we don't have pictures of yet. So I just got these off of my good old buddy jskis.com because he usually does pretty good uploading them as soon as they are possible. So shout out to that website. But a couple of these drivers, they have like already fucking 10 schemes out, and you have a team that might have 2. So
Alex Bowman would never.
here we go. We're going to start off with the first one, and we're going to go from Chastain to Michael McDowell because I feel like that's a good stopping point because Michael McDowell has some bomb schemes this year. So we're going to kick it off with the first one, Ross Chastain, Busch Light. Let's
Clean.
go first.
Crispy. Love it. Very nice. Fits the number 1 well.
1 out of 10
Yes,
rating.
I agree. Probably
I'd give it a nice 8.8. Very, very, very clean. Nothing too special, but at the same time it's very clean, very crisp. Well done.
I'm gonna go 8-9.
I gotta give it a solid 8. I mean, the chrome on top of the outline of the light blue.
I
mean,
do like
I feel
that
like they
chrome.
featured
like
the
that
light
chrome.
blue a little bit better along that white. I mean, it really popped it. Enough.
Trackhouse Racing did Busch Light better than Stewart Haas Racing ever did. This is a 9 out of 10. This makes me want to drink.
I like that.
You gotta wait a few more years for that, Buck. We both do.
All right, and the last one for Chastain, the number 1 Moose.
This
I like
is
it. Plain and simple. It's aight. It's aight.
Not much change
It's
from last
aight.
year. But
Which I'm fine with.
It was
It's
all.
aight.
It's an alright scheme. Probably a solid 7.
I'd give it a smooth 7.
The
I'd give it a smooth
Moose
7. I agree.
scheme.
Yeah, Moose.
Yeah, the moose one. The moosey goosey.
You know what? I'm gonna say that it's a solid 7.9. I feel like it's not quite an 8 out of 10, but it's pretty close. Like it's a pretty solid scheme. I give it a 7.9 out of 10.
You can't top the Beat the Moose 2022, but this one's all right. All right, next one is we're going to Austin Cindric, basic
God.
discount tire.
I'm sorry, I hate it. I just don't like the blandness of
It-
the discount tire scheme.
They've done the same thing for like
I'm
what,
getting
the last
sick of the
so many
bland.
years.
I
It's-
hate it so much. They haven't changed this from when they did it for the 22 in the Xfinity series.
Dude,
It's the
that's what I'm
same damn
saying.
thing.
It's the same
The same
layout.
damn thing. Where's the originality? Where is it? Is it dead? Is
And
chivalry
I
dead?
literally, I think,
hate it.
I think
I
they,
hate
I think
I
they
hate it.
took off like they wanted to make it quote unquote different. So like on the hood, the black doesn't connect to the front bumper. Like I think that's like what. That's how bad this is.
It's just a slightly better Bell's normal like number 20 scheme. Just slightly better than
Y'all
that one.
hating too much. I think. Okay, what do we rate it? What do we rate it?
Uh,
Out of 10. What are we going?
a 4
4.
because it's the same damn thing. It's just the
It's
same
4.
damn thing. It's a 4.3.
I like
I'm
how we
getting
both
picky.
said 4 at the same time.
Because it's not bad. It just needs something new. It needs a change. That's
I
all
give
it
it a
is. A
5.
change.
I'd say 5.
It-
I think it's
It needs a change.
Hmm.
That's
it's
all
not
it is.
good. It's not bad. It's just it's there. It's
I'm
a
just getting
basic
sick of
scheme.
the same damn thing. And it's been the same thing for a decade.
Yeah.
All
It
right,
needs a change.
INF. What do we get rating
INF.
it?
I've always loved discount tire schemes. I don't know what you
Ooh.
guys are talking about with it being
That's why he
unoriginal
got
because Joe
quiet.
Logano and Shell Pencil have been doing this for years and not very many people are complaining. This is an 8 out of 10. This discount tire is always beautiful to look at.
Well, it would be more
Okay.
fun to look at if Austin Cinder could get out of the bottom 20 of the field.
Okay,
I hate
next
Austin
Hey,
one, because that
next.
could be a
I
whole
hate Austin
story.
Cinder. Sorry.
Next one
Sorry.
is Austin Dillon in the Bet MGM.
Is that like the mint green one?
No,
Yeah.
no, this is
No.
the
Okay,
gold
that's
and
a different
black.
one. That's a
Gold,
different
black, and
one.
white.
Ooh. So
The
like
one
the
that he
one
raced
that
in the
Kyle
Clash.
ran last year, kinda.
It's the one that he ran in the Clash this year.
It's similar. I actually didn't see that scheme. I'm gonna go check that real quick. I've not seen that yet.
You can
I
check
give
the,
it like a.
you can check Twitch. Got it pulled up.
I'm actually gonna check the Twitch right now. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it pulled up.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it like a 6 or a 7. I say a 7 out of
Same.
10. I just don't think
Hey, I
the
like
car
that.
looks really good. I just feel like they kind of do something a little different with the hood. That's about it.
Yeah,
I feel like the hood is a little too bland because they got the white on the sides, then they got black on the roof, and all that. It looks good. Just I feel like the hood is a little too dark. Like brighten it
I
up
feel
or
like
do
they could
something a
I
really
little
will
do something
different.
say
with like a black, gold, and white look on it on the
there is
hood.
one thing I say that I
Oh
will
yeah.
say. I do like the gold touch on the 3, but I just feel like the colors are just in the
Meh.
wrong order. I just feel like the colors are constructed wrong. It's a good scheme. It's something new for Austin Dillon, so I'll give it that. I
It
think it's a
is.
nice 6.8, a nice 7.
I'm about to say
A,
probably a
a nice
6.
7. It's a solid scheme. I like it. It's something new. I like it.
I
I
know.
like it.
This scheme is hard. The only thing I would
like it.
probably say is maybe lower the 3 a little down, but the gold, the white, the black, the sponsorship on the side is done to perfection. This
I think
is
the
an eight and
Bass
a half
Pro
out of
Shops
10.
and Tracker
This
Boats.
is hard. This is one of the best schemes Austin Dillon has ever ran in his entire career.
I like how the Bass Pro Shops and Tracker Boats is very subtly on the quarter panel. It's not too big. It's very
So
subtly sitting on the quarter
Cup Series,
panel. I like
very
it.
side tangent because I'm trying to keep this to a sentence. But take note, sponsors. Look at the sponsor spacing. They use the
Yes, they
black
did.
part of the bottom
Take notes,
perfectly to
JGR.
demonstrate the secondary sponsors, and they use the perfect white stripe in the middle to put BetMGM, which is their sponsor, and the hood looks fire. This is how sponsorship is supposed to be done.
I
I
will.
agree.
I'll give you that. I
I
like
would.
how like
I
even the
I
white
just
on the
wish the
hood.
3 was a little lower because it's right at like the line of the the window net.
Well, and see,
Hey, I
and
also
I'll
did
give
want
you
to
this.
Little
say
I
too
like
high.
something,
how they
Alex.
push the white up to to make room for the 3. They don't just have the 3 on top of like the gold on top of the black. They move the white up with it. You know.
Alex, I also want to tell you that we have about 50 something schemes left. We
Yeah.
gotta we gotta we
We
gotta
need to.
Yeah,
we
it's
gotta
like
grind
We
this
gotta
get
go.
out.
this. We
We're
gotta
just
get
right
a
about
teensy bit
almost
quicker.
a
Just a
little
little
under an
teensy
hour.
bit
We're
quicker.
good. Doing just fine.
Oh, okay, we
Yeah,
good then.
we're going
Well,
time.
we're actually doing pretty good.
Next
Never mind.
is Austin Dillon in the Bass Pro Shop. Yeah, we're doing good over the last few weeks. We're doing perfect on time.
Is that the same
So,
old tracker boat scheme?
this is about the
I like it.
roughly the
If
same.
it is,
I think
like the camo
Last year's
touch.
team's
I'm
a
not
little
gonna lie.
better.
I like the camo touch though because it's not the same. It's just the black and the orange. Like it's
right.
not just a True X 2.0 scheme. It's got a little bit of originality. I like it.
I like
I
how
like
they,
it.
how,
I
how the
actually like
3
that a
sets
lot.
into that orange.
I do too. I do too. Unironically,
And of course
this is a
they
solid scheme.
they
I
also
am a
I
sucker
love
for
the Trucker
anything
Boats
camo
ATV
on
how
a
they
race
put it
car.
around the wheel well. That is solid. That's perfection. And the way they have the whole logo on the side with Bass Pro. And again, they use secondary sponsorship right there perfectly on the bottom there. I gotta give it an 8.
I'm just a sucker for anything camo. I'll give it an 8 as well. I like it. I'm a sucker for all
I'm gonna
things
give it a
camouflage.
7.
I know.
I just don't really like it.
It's not outstanding, but at the same time, it's not like terrible. It's
I
very
just think
nice,
last
very
year's was better.
crisp.
Last year's was like a 9 almost. This one's more like a 7. I just feel like if you
Alright.
look at the trim under the 3, I just don't like that how it looks.
Yeah, maybe. I know if your thought.
This is again an 8.5 out of 10. This is hard. I don't know why Austin Dillon paint schemes always go so hard. It's like it's
Bro
hard
can't
to
do shit with
explain,
them.
but I don't know why they look good, but they just are doing something right with 3. This is an 8.5 out of 10. This is perfect. Like
But yeah,
perfect sponsor
he can't
placements
get
on the
outside the
side.
top 20. He can't get inside the top 20.
Unfortunately.
Well, he's a little better than Cindric, so I'll give him
He is.
that. He's a
All right,
little bit,
so
just a smidge.
next up is our Rookie of the Year award going to Josh Berry. Calling it now. His first one,
The
the
oldest rookie
Harrison's
ever.
car.
If it's the car I think it is,
It's the
oh my
green one.
god, it is. Oh, I like that.
This is different.
It's a little
it gives
simplistic though.
it puts off like a Western vibe.
I just don't like the I'm
Alright.
sorry.
As a Westerner, I can say this does not give off Western vibes.
I'm gonna give
I
my
know
rating.
This gives
I
off
know the
Central
gold trim on the
vibes.
Ford-
I'm not saying
the
like
gold trim
Central
ties
West East.
into
I'm saying
the
like
trim to
Western,
the trim
like
on the actual car. I
back in the
just
day
don't like it.
Western movies.
It's fine, but it's bland and confusing.
2
Why
out
is
of
there
10 for
gold
me.
trim?
Yeah,
It's just confusing.
3 out of 10.
I like it,
It's
but it's not.
too much white
It's
on the
not
side.
as bad.
Maybe it'll look
it's
better
just
on
not
track,
as
but right now it's a
bad.
2 out of
just-
10 for me.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
ain't as bad as the Cindric discount tire. It's a little
It's
worse, I
close.
think, actually.
Well, I don't,
It's a little worse,
There's
I think.
there's not much separation with that fine thin gold line between the Harrisons and that
3.8.
white on the
The
bottom.
gold line on the 4 is a nice touch, but that's about the only redeeming quality.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I liked it at first, but then I got a little deeper into it. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's aight, but no, it's a 3. It's a 4 out of 10. It's 4. Yeah, 4.
Kind of.
This is I forgot the word. This is just a pure 7. The 4, I don't know what is going on with the top right. This
Jesus!
I don't know what is happening up there. It looks deformed, and that white can use a lot more sponsorship space. Otherwise, I love what this design's going for. I think this looks pretty.
Ride everything.
I was like, this dude
I haven't
is
seen
like,
I have not seen a bad scheme yet. I don't know.
this guy is like the
No.
exact opposite of us.
Go!
I haven't seen a
Alright,
bad scheme.
go.
So,
Alex,
Next
next.
one is the number 4 Josh
Douche.
Berry, Sunny D,
Whoa.
and I love
The
it.
Sunny
I
D.
don't have to look at the Sunny D scheme. I like it.
I like
think it fits the. I hate the gold trim on the 4. It doesn't fit. If it was blue trim or white trim, I'd like it a little more. I don't like the gold. I don't like it around the 4.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
But it looks
And
better.
I feel like it could be. I feel like it could
that's
be
a 6 for
almost
me.
a 9.5. But I'm gonna give it an 8 because I feel like they could have maybe done something different with the Sunny D and not have it all scrunched up at the wheel well.
It's a 6.5 for
Move
me.
it out. Move
It's
it out.
a 6.5. I like
Expand
it.
Yeah, I also agree. I feel like I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I feel like Ricky Stenhouse and JTD have had better Sunny D cars,
Agreed.
but this
I
is
agree.
honestly a really solid scheme. This is a really good one. I'd still give it like an 8.2 or whatever.
On it.
I am really disappointed with Sunny D and what Stuart Haas was given, because usually Stuart Haas puts up banger schemes. This is my lowest rating so far this season. This is a 6 out of 10. There's so much missed opportunities
Finally,
here.
we're both on the same page.
Finally.
Let's go.
There's just too much empty space here. I'm not liking
I
it.
agree.
I don't like the
It's
bottle there.
Next one.
now, yeah.
Larson
I agree.
Hendricks.
The empty space is a little too much.
We don't even have to really touch on this one much. Same scheme for the last 2 years.
Okay, I
But
guess
ain't broke,
it's
don't
fine.
fix it.
I agree. It ain't broke, don't fix
This
it.
is
It's
exactly.
It's always just a good quality scheme. I
I
like
give
it.
it a 7.5.
Good color mix. It's always an 8. I've always
Yeah.
liked this car. People are like, oh, it's
7.
too simplistic. I don't care. It works. It
Yeah.
looks good.
I don't know what's missing. I just feel like there's something missing. It's a decent, solid scheme, but it's just not completely there. Solid 7, and I've just never cared for the scheme.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh yeah, agreed.
It's cool. It's crisp. I like it.
Next one
Okay.
up though is Larson's Valvoline though. This
Oh.
one I kind of like.
Ooh, that's nice. Oh, that's crispy. That's crispy.
That's crisp.
Oh, that's crispy.
I like how they did the white line along the bottom and kind of made it go along, kind of rugged, and
This
they use the
this might
Valvoline
sound
perfectly across I like it.
yeah.
It's a solid 9.
This is a 10, dude. I'm sorry. This is my first 10 of the night. This might be my
We
only 10 of the
guys,
night. I am a sucker for like red on a car. If red is worked into a car good, with like a good accent color, like a black or a white, I'm gonna love it. And I love this. It's not overpowering. The Valvoline logo, the logo placement is crispy. There's not that much empty space. The sponsors are placed perfectly. I like the touch of the blue 5 on the top. All around.
Yes.
Great scheme. 10 out of 10. Love it.
SP, I feel like you're completely opposite on this. You're quiet.
I'm gonna give it like a 2 out of 10.
What
I'm
the
not.
fuck are you smoking? You're out of your mind.
No, I'm fucking with you, HD.
I was gonna say,
I'm
like,
gonna
if
give
you
it.
think this is a bad scheme, you're disgusting.
I think it's like a. It's not like an 8 out of 10. It's more like a 7. I just.
I was gonna
I
say,
feel like. Well, you know what? I really like the white and the red. They really mix together. I just. I don't know. It's just it feels just something about it just feels awkward to me. I don't know what it is, man. It's just the dark blue between the two wheels, you know, under the Valvoline on the side of the car. I don't know, it's just it feels like it doesn't quite line up. And it also just I feel like they could do something with the light blue as well, because they only use dark blue and the red. I wish they would use a little light blue somewhere on that car. But other than that, I mean, it's like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. I really do like it, but
I
I
know.
I don't know.
Scheme's fine. It's fairly average. I mean, it's nice. It's pleasant to look at. I don't have much complaints. This is about the most 7.5 out of 10 I could give. It's fine. I've seen better Valvoline though.
Thank
I might have
you.
overrated it, but I don't
It's
care.
pleasant to
I
look at.
like it. I might have
It's
overrated it. I
doesn't
frankly
blow
don't
my
care
socks
though. I
off,
like
but
it.
this is a treat for the eyes to see on the track,
Yes.
but doesn't blow
Yeah.
me away.
That's
Alright.
fair. Okay.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment. I'm fine with that. That's a fair
All right,
assessment.
next one. Let's get rolling. Next one
Didn't
is the
completely rip
Kyle
it.
Larson Coca-Cola 600 scheme. It's specially designed based off his Indy car. He's running for the doubleheader, but this is the scheme he'll be running in the Coke 600.
Like a
Okay.
fucking 6 out of 10.
I was about to say like 5 or 6.
Oh.
This
Too,
shit
too much
ugly, bro.
white. Too much white. The
It might even be a 5. No, the
Ew.
orange
I go
just
eat
does
dinner
not
now.
mix.
orange.
I'm
You can
sorry.
eat dinner
This.
now.
I'll leave my last thing, Prince.
Oh,
This is again, this is a pleasant scheme. This is fine. I have no
it's
issues
not.
with this.
No,
This
it
is just
ain't.
another. This is just another car racing around in a circle. This is a 7
There,
out of 10.
there is nothing pleasant
Okay.
about this. Why is his nose orange? Why does he
Because
have an
the
orange
Coke is
nostril?
orange. Damn it! All right.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's blue and white.
I'm
That,
sorry.
it's a mimic. It's a mimicry off
I
of his
mean,
Indy car, and the nose of the Indy car is orange, but
I mean,
it doesn't fit on the
okay.
Cup car though.
It don't fit on the cup car. I mean, it's not objectively awful. It's just convoluting colors.
It is.
4.7 out of 10.
I'll give
Not.
it. I'll give it a 5.
It's a 4.7. I still think the stupid. I still think like the stupid ass scheme from Cindric is worse, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. All right. So solid next. And I enough dipped out for supper. So next up is actually RFK. On both of them, looks good on both. Is the next
It's the
Nexlitz?
Castrol car, isn't it?
No, the Nexlitz.
Oh
Or
shit.
however you pronounce that.
Oh.
This is different. You got these neon pink and it's like a baby threw up on this car, pink and blue. And
What
it's
do
that,
you
it-
mean?
it's that baby blue.
7
Yeah,
out of
I
10.
like that
I will be
baby
right
blue.
back.
I like that baby blue. I think it's a 7.5. I mean, I'm glad they didn't put too much of one color in there. I think the white fits. It's enough white. It's not too much. It's enough pink to contrast. It's enough baby blue to contrast. Nothing special to write home about. The chrome saves it a little bit, of course.
It does. The chrome does
nice.
save it.
Chrome helps it out.
I don't know. I feel like there's too much white on the hood. I mean, yeah, the pink overlap does help out, like you were saying, but I don't know. I
Yeah,
think I think I
seven
think
and a half for me.
I think this is one of those schemes that will look better once it's on track, especially at night races. I think this is going to be a scheme that pops if they do it on night races.
I agree.
But one
Now we
thing,
know. Now we know RFK is a thing about having race cars have the same schemes. So
yes,
I'm guessing. Yeah, they brought the Castrol schemes back. We know that. So
Yep.
I'm excited to just.
we're about to see those in just a minute. Next up, while SP is stepping away real quick, we got the number 6, Solomon Plumbing. This is a new scheme this year.
This is good old BK's new one of BK's new schemes.
Yeah,
Bradelli.
um, unique. You got
Ooh,
a gold
okay.
gold chrome with
I think
like a
this is
mint
what
green.
Josh Berry's scheme tried to do and just couldn't do it. That's what they tried
They
to do, but
tried.
they couldn't quite do it. Really like the gold offset. I like the gold chrome offset.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very pretty. Very
Very
pretty.
clean, and like I said that mint green, it really vibes
That's good. This is an
on
8 out of 10.
on
I
top of the
enjoy
cars. Yeah,
looking at this scheme. This is a good scheme. I like it a lot.
I agree
I
with you
do.
on 8. It's
8
very
out of 10
solid.
is a very fair assessment, I feel like. Yeah.
And next up is the number 6. Kozlowski had so many schemes already listed out. His King's Hawaiian sliders. Sundays are for sliders. Too much
I'm,
orange.
I'm, I mean,
I
I
mean,
mean, too
it's
much orange, but at the same time, it's the name of King's Hawaiian. It's
right.
orange bag, so it makes sense. Could have offset a little bit more white in there. I'm not going to get too picky though. I
Again,
like it.
chrome number.
No,
That,
I'm
that
not going to get
that's
too picky.
that's RFK's tradition. The chrome number. So
Chrome
I mean,
number
it does
saving
help
grace.
offset it. The gold on the bottom kind of offsets the orange.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I think, like I said, just dominant on the orange. I get it, but I thought they could have done something a little different.
I agree. It's not bad. I think
It's
it's a
not.
nice 7. I think a 7's a good thing for it.
Next one is the
Not,
consumer cellular.
Jesus,
Th-
Brad's got an entire army of schemes, doesn't he?
yeah, he
Good lord.
does.
Good
Th-
lord, Brad.
This one,
Oh god.
this one
Oh
threw up a little.
god. Why? Brad. I mean, it's fine, but it's just
It's
there's so much better.
there's too much. It's too
There's
much.
so much more better
There's
schemes.
there's so much going on.
Brad, you put too much dip on that chip, Chief.
There's way too
I
much
mean,
on this
it's not
car.
objectively it's not objectively bad, but it's
No,
just it's unpleasant to look at. It's unpleasant. This is my
I
this
feel like they could have pushed the
unironically
6 back
the
just a little, or I don't know.
here's an even bigger problem. The chrome doesn't fit this scheme
No,
whatsoever.
it doesn't.
Not at all. The chrome drags this down a little bit for me. I think
Mhm.
this is the worst scheme I've seen yet. Unironically,
Well,
3 out of 10.
just
Sadly,
like
3 out of 10.
I mean, I'll give it a 3.5, 4.
3 out of 3. It's just
Because
it's not objectively shit, but
what's up with the
oh
extra
god, it's just poor.
consumer cellular that's on each headlight and then at the nose of the car when it's already bolted in the center of the hood? Like, no, we don't need that. No, it's way too much. No need for it. Yeah, let's see. We've still got 3 more for RFK. One of them being Kozlowski as well. His next one being the bodyguard car. This one, I don't like.
Oh,
I don't like this.
I don't know. I don't know. That's just such an ugly color.
It is.
That's an ugly color. I don't know
What
what
is
color that
a
is,
burnt
but
orange?
damn it,
It's
it's
not even,
ugly.
it's not even a burnt orange.
Damn it, it's ugly. Damn it, that ish is ugly.
That's
This
that's one
I
of the
think
worst.
this might be slightly worse than the consumer cellular.
I like the
This is
consumer
a-
car better than this car.
This is a 2.5. This is actually a 2.
I
Fuck
was
the
gonna say I'm
2.5.
giving
This
this
is
a
a
2.
2.
I'm giving this a solid 2.
Hell,
What
the
is a
0.5, this is
2?
a deuce.
What is?
Brad
Okay,
Brad Keselowski's bodyguard
bodyguard.
scheme that has like a pukey orange color. It's just poor execution. It's just it. I don't like it. I don't
It's-
like it.
No, I don't.
Don't tell me you like that, SP. Don't tell me.
I kind of do. I'm giving it like a freaking 5. That's what it's getting.
Bro,
Okay. Okay. Five's
okay.
fine. Five tolerable rating, but a
Yeah.
2. It's just
No, it's a
objectively.
10 out of 10, of course.
No.
It's just objectively bad.
What
Okay,
Then again,
chrome?
I'm the
What
guy-
kind of chrome is that?
Then
Is
again,
that,
then
that
again,
even
I
chrome?
gave
Or is
the
that black?
Valvoline scheme. a
That
10 out of
render is
10.
gonna look really good, man. It's gonna be like a matte black with that. It's gonna
Matte?
look like a real
You mean like a matte
Okay,
black?
Yeah,
matte,
matte-
whatever it's
like
called.
a matte
Next,
black chrome.
next,
Yeah.
next.
All right. The next up, we're
Next.
still on RFK with the build
Oh my God.
submarines. This is for both cars.
That's a 4 out of 10. Okay, next.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I
give it
think
5.
Bushers is better. I think Bushers is better because he has like the teal chrome and Brad doesn't. I think Bushers is better. Bushers is a 6, Brad's is a 5 because of the teal chrome.
Now I'll say this much.
Solely because of the teal
Also,
chrome.
remember that they're doing the stage 60 car for RFK, and pretty much it looks the same as Busher's car. It's got the teal chrome with the same exact scheme on it for build submarines. So you'll see a third one at the 500 up, being driven by David Reagan.
Shout out D-Rag.
So the last one for RFK finally, or at least from
Is it the Castrol?
Castrol, and solid 10 out of 10.
The Castrol, okay, I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. It's a 9. Okay, fine, I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
I'm giving that a 10.
It's-
I'm giving that a 10.
It's good.
That looks
it's
good.
The
Well,
Castrol,
actually,
gonna be like,
actually, no.
yeah.
This is a 5.
I'll
This
give
is
it-
a
No,
5.
actually, I'll give Kozlowski a
9.
10.
I'll give
I'll
it a
give
9.
Bushers a
I'll give it
9.
a 9. I'll give both a 9. I'll just give both a clean, clear-cut 9.
I'll
Very
give it
pretty
to you,
scheme.
Alex. Same. I'm agreeing with your rating perfectly.
Yeah, like
A
this,
9.
the colors blend beautifully. I'm also a big fanatic when it comes to like Christmas, I guess, and the fact they have the red and
actually
green and the
feels
black.
Christmassy. It feels Christmassy. I like it.
It does. It gives me some good vibes. So I just don't really care
Considering
about
we've
that
had
matte
some,
black.
considering that we had a couple putrid like Castrol cars in the past, like a Newman's Castrol car when he was on the
Yes.
6. I never liked that Castrol car.
No,
I was
that's
never a
why
big fan of
I
that
love
Newman
how this one
Castrol
goes
scheme.
together. Again, I just don't like that matte black chrome
agree.
on this car.
Yeah, I just don't think that chrome fits Busher too well.
No, if they
Yeah.
would put this,
I'm glad
the
they've
6
not
chrome,
experimented with red chrome on these cars yet, because I think the red chrome, if it was red chrome, it would kill it
it would.
completely.
With this game
But
this
yeah,
way
let's
with
move
red
along
chrome,
from
it
the
would kill
Castrol.
it.
This is good. 9. I think overall,
Okay.
9. I like
All
it.
right.
Next.
Next is Corey
We're-
LaJoy's
We're moving
Celsius.
on to the Corey. I always like the Celsius car if it's the same one from
It's-
last year. Or is it a little different?
It's
It's
different.
different.
Okay.
It's-
Ooh. I like that
bland.
gradiency on the front, but it's a little
I'm
bland.
giving it a. I'm giving it. I don't know.
think
I'm
it's-
giving it a 3
I
out
don't
of
think
10.
it's that bad. I'll give it a 5. It's
So I
middle
was,
of the
I was
road.
gonna give it a
Three.
4 or 5.
I'm giving it a 3.
Now, honestly, I will say, if this was on Hocevar's car, it'd look a little better because the extra 7 would take up a little bit more space.
Of course.
I think that this
Yeah.
would look better on Hocevar's car if it was on Hocevar's car. That's how I see
It
this.
looks bad because look at the orange. Just look at the
It's like
orange.
a gradient
It blo-
fade.
Yeah, exactly. Last year
I like
they.
that orange gradiency. Like you spilled it a little bit. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think it's a 5.
What do
Could
you
be better.
mean, bro? Oh, dude, last year's scheme was so much better because
yeah.
it
Last
actually
year's
like
was
looked
better.
Last year was.
Last year's I'd give a 7.5, an 8.
Mhm.
That's a lot better. This isn't a far cry from last year's scheme, but it's disappointing. It's a little
Yes.
disappointing. A
Alright.
lot of it disappointing, actually.
Next one
It's
is
not piss poor though.
next one
it's
is
just
Kyle Busch's new scheme this year, Zone. It is
Mm.
blue and green.
What did Buzz Lightyear shit on the car or something? What is this? What is this? The Buzz Lightyear
I
City
feel like
Connect
it.
mobile? This feels like
20
a
years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Kyle
Buzz
Busch will win
Lightyear
the
wins
Daytona
the
500.
500. I'm sorry, this just feels like a Buzz Lightyear car. It's not bad. It's something experimental, but it doesn't fit Kyle Busch.
No,
That's not a Kyle
this
Busch
is
car.
not a Kyle Busch
This
scheme.
is not a Kyle Busch car at all.
yeah.
Bro.
I'll give it for experimental purposes. I'll give it a 4.
That's a 3. It's a 3 for me. It's a goddamn Buzz Lightyear tribute scheme. That's what it feels like. I can't take it seriously. Oh,
SP, what are you rating this?
SP, I pulled somebody very, very good.
A 5, and we got to play then.
Hmm.
I
All
give it a
right.
5.
Next one is Kyle Busch's Cheddar's car.
SP, I just
I
pulled
like this.
Diamond Bam out of bio from a base pack. Let's go, baby. I
I like
got
this.
Diamond Bam out of bio.
Cheddar's, I
always
think it's
like the
better
cheddar
than last
scheme.
year.
It is.
I always
It's
like the
better.
cheddar schemes. This is better. I like the gradiency. Now, this is better than this. Now, I personally liked the Reddick cheddar schemes a little better, but this is a good Bush cheddar scheme.
It is. The
It's good.
Cheddar's lines up right there with that middle gradient of that burnt orange going to like a brownish color. It looks good. I liked how they did the croissant.
I'm gonna give it a 7. It's like pretty solid.
Shout out.
I give us. Yeah, I guess
Bam
7.
out of bio.
And next up
Yeah.
for Kyle Busch, and
That's
you'll
a
see
7 for me too. I agree with that.
you'll see
guys.
the MGM, and you'll
What?
kind of see it side by side with Austin Dillon's also. So it's
I have
Oh,
breaking
Kyle's.
news.
I don't like
What?
Kyle's. I don't.
Jennifer Jo Cobb will attempt the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series season opener at Daytona in the 10 car. Okay,
No
she's
surprise.
mid. Anyway, she ain't
Yeah.
gonna make the field. Next up,
yeah, next.
uh,
Kyle Busch.
I don't like Kyle's.
No.
I just think the gold
The
in the
gold-
front is just insanely off-putting.
yes,
Insanely off-putting.
I give it a
It's
3.
just. I
Solid
agree. I
3,
think
yeah.
a 3. It just looks like a dog took a shit.
Like literally,
It
you have a
straight
white
up
number,
looks like
nothing but
an
black.
unhydrated shit. Literally, that's what it feels like.
Bro, now
That
you got a bad image.
It's fine, but
Yeah, Austin Dillon's like, I mean, it was okay, but now that I see him against Kyle Busch's, it's like, no, like Austin looks like a fucking 10 out of 10 versus Kyle's. Yeah, no.
yeah, it's
3.
no.
Easy.
Just no. It's a 3. Just no. Just don't
SP.
even with me. Don't even.
I said a 3.
Yeah,
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 that's what it's getting.
Don't even.
Alright.
Just don't even, dude.
Next,
Why?
Kyle Busch's Morgan and Morgan. Law firm.
If it's this game, I think it is. It is.
It is.
You know, you want to know something?
Hmm.
I used to live in the area in South Georgia where Morgan originated. I got a little bit of ties with this scheme because I grew up listening to so many Morgan and Morgan commercials.
Oh, dear
They've
God.
made it to NASCAR. That's unreal. It's not. You know what? I like it. I like the palm trees in it too. I like those little palm trees on the front. This is a
Mhm.
nice scheme.
It
you know,
is.
I think this
I'll
is
give it-
good.
I'll give it an 8.
I don't think it's Larson Valvoline level by any means.
No.
Like I overrated for Larson's game probably. I think it's a good 8.5. I like it.
Mhm.
This is how you incorporate yellow, but not obnoxiously.
I
This
like
is a
how
good,
it
clean
gradients
scheme.
it gradients into the yellow.
I do. I like it a lot actually. I like that.
I can't wait to see it. Like this is just the only angle we have of the car. I couldn't find anything else, so I'm curious to see what it looks like actually on a track. Get to see the whole entire car. I'm curious to see what that black, how the Morgan actually looks on the hood. You don't see much in this one. SP, what are you giving it?
Like a freaking. What a 5.5 out of 10. It's like not good. It's not bad.
I mean that's a fair assessment. It's not for everyone. I like
No.
it personally. That's just me.
It's all right.
Ah.
Next up is Kyle Busch's Global Industrial. We'll say that fucked up. Global
Gosh,
Industrial
how many schemes do
car.
you have, Kyle?
This is looks like a patriotic scheme.
This is fine. The 21s is confusing. The 21 is hella confusing.
Yeah.
The 8
no.
is fine.
I like Kyle's
The 8
better.
is fine. Yeah, the 21, like the random dash of white in the back. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
where the hell did that come from? Kyle's is a 6. The 21's a 4. Nothing much to say about this game. It's fine. Nothing special.
Okay, well, I think Austin Hill scheme is like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I mean, that is a very good scheme. Kyle
I've seen
Busch's
better,
scheme.
but I've seen worse from
Mhm.
Austin Hill.
I think
like
that just
Austin
scheme
Hill's.
is fire, though. If you like Kyle Busch's, I have to see another angle of that car because honestly, right now, I'd rate it I'd probably rate it a 4 out of 10. And not because it's a bad scheme. I need to see a better look or a
Yeah,
different thing because
that's
I think the template kind of ruined it.
it does.
Because like, look, if you look at it, it's like a pink color. It's supposed to be red, and you can see it's like pink
It
in the
does
middle
feel a
there.
little bit too pinkish. That's supposed to be
That's
red.
what I'm saying. The
That's
front of it
I
looks
think
too pinky.
badass
I
with all the
agree.
They were trying
stars.
to gradient, I think, the red, and it ends up being a little pink. So maybe the
Exactly
actual
why
car will
I
come
don't
out
like
more
it.
red, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Okay, okay.
All right,
Now, I see what you're talking about. But Austin Hill scheme. I'll rebump that Hill scheme to a 6. I like it.
all right.
That's
Next
fine.
is Kyle. The last one for Kyle Busch is Rebel. This I like.
Okay.
This
Ooh,
this is solid.
Uh,
This it's
that's
different,
fine.
but it's solid. I'll give it a 7.
I like it. I think it's a 7.5. About a 7.
I'm also gonna say a 7.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good. Clean scheme. Nothing wrong with it.
I like how
I like
I
it.
mean, the Rebel Bourbon right there, perfectly placed on the side. And again, using secondary underneath on the black, using secondary right there, perfect, perfectly placed.
Yeah. All right. Next
All right.
up.
Next up, we got the chase cars. First up is
Oh yeah.
Here
Can
we
we
go.
skip
Napa.
over that?
Can we skip the Nepal cars?
Hey, this is probably his best Napa scheme.
Okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the best Napa scheme that he's had since he's even been in
Been in
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
I'm not gonna hate on that. I'm not gonna hate on that.
That you can't. That's the best
It
ever.
it
I like it.
still ain't amazing. It's a
No.
6.
He said I can't hate on it. I'm gonna hate on it. I don't like it. I'm giving this like a
It's
friggin' 3 or a 4 out of 10. What is
it's
this
a
white line that goes like it does
the
not make
white line
sense?
just ruins it. I feel like the white line's just like,
That
what the hell are you doing?
It
and what is
does.
this like
It's
random like
okay.
arrow? Like
It's a 5 for me. It's a 5 for me.
it's a 3 for me. What
It's
is
a
up with this freaking
it's a 7.
yellow kind of line? Alex, you're biased as fuck.
Hey, like I said, this is his best Napa scheme he's ever had. It's better than
Hell
fucking all.
no.
It's better than an all white
Hell
ass
no.
car,
In the
Alex
words
is
of the dog,
smoking some
hell
crack
no,
or something. I don't know what you're
no,
bro. He's
hell
literally had
Hell no.
nothing but a white car with yellow and no blue, and Napa is
He's
blue and
never had a
yellow.
white car.
Yes, he has. It's been like mostly
Dude.
white with like the blue 9.
Oh,
Gold.
yeah. No.
Yeah,
That was the most
His
dumbest.
2016 Apple car is pretty decent. 2017
Okay.
was also pretty
2016.
Yeah,
2017 was
that's almost a
good.
decade ago, bro.
I don't. Okay, not quite, but yeah, close enough.
Okay, but no.
Actually,
But
oh
no, I
shit,
don't
2015
care.
was 9 years ago. That's
Yeah,
why.
no. But you're
That's why.
saying also that this is his best Napa scheme, even though he had Napa schemes back then. I'm telling you that was his probably better Napa schemes.
Are you saying
This
like Napper?
Napper schemes. I don't know. I just don't like it. I'm
Napper.
like giving it a
Napper
3 out of
schemes.
10. All right,
Alright,
next.
Napper
alright.
schemes.
Kelly Blue Book.
I have to sneeze.
Uh,
I have to
Oh, this
nothing,
one's gonna be a mid one.
nothing special. It's the same one as last year. They didn't change it.
Yep.
Where is it?
Uh,
Oh,
2 out of
I
10
like
for
the
that
teal.
one.
Hey, all right. That's just blatant hating. That's just blatant.
I'll give it a
That's just
5.
blatant hating.
I just don't like that color. I'm sorry. It's just not my
I love
favorite.
that color. I love that color.
I'll give it a
If it,
5.
if it feels on any other card, I'd give it like an 8, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a 7 or 6.
Next.
The gold just off puts it a little bit, but it's fine. It
Next
works. A 6.
is the
That's fine.
Lumnard number 9. I like this. This one
Lumnar.
kind of gives me almost like a Casey Kane 9 vibes. I mean, without the teal number 9, but the red and the black, it's good. I like this one. This is probably the better of the Lumnar cars. I didn't really care much for that orange and white and teal that he's done the last couple
I
years.
liked that one better than this one. Why is the 9 blue? You have
I give
white.
it this.
Utilize it. Utilize it. Even black would be fine. A black 9 would be fine. Why the fuck is it teal?
Yeah, I give it this like a 3 out of 10 as well. This was horrible. This game's not
the
bad. The 9
9
just killed the rating.
If the 9 was like black or white, it's an 8. This
Yes,
drops
I
it
agree.
6 points. It's a deuce. A deuce.
I'm giving this a 3 out of 10. This is what I'm giving it. There's
God.
no way.
Whoever is designing Chase
Next.
Elliott schemes makes me want to hate him even more.
I design his schemes.
Here is his unit first.
That's why I hate it. No, first. Let's take a look.
I just spit all over my cell phone. Ew. Finally! Thank you! A fine Chase Elliott scheme. 7.
I'm gonna give this a
6.
5, a 5 or a 4.
7.
I give it a 5.
7.
This is not a bad scheme.
7.
Mhm.
7. Move
5.
on.
Alright.
What the hell?
Take a
ever.
leave.
All right.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, 7.
I'm
Move
saving
on.
the best for last. I feel like Hooters.
No, you're not. Hooters. Oh, is this the last one?
Okay.
Yeah, Hooters.
Okay,
I
it's
forgot
hard
it
to
was
mess.
Hooters scheme.
It's hard to mess up a Hooters car. It is really hard to mess up a Hooters car.
Yep,
God
that's a
damn it, they
negative
might
7.
have fucked up the Hooters car.
This
They
is like
fucked
a
up the
negative
Hooters car. They messed it up.
No. We
No.
have to see it in real. I think the rendering was fucked. I remember everyone said the rendering was fucked. It's not gonna look like this.
Yeah, so the it's
But
gonna be it's gonna
product
almost like
now,
almost like a chrome
Griffin,
or a chrome
3, 4
burnt
out of 10.
orange.
This is a 4 out of 10 now. It's probably better
I
on
agree.
track.
I agree
But
with
for
you, HD.
now-
It'll probably be better.
It's a 4 out of 10 for now.
Where's the white Chase Elliott car? We haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, there's not one.
Yeah, there is.
You know, and
Wait,
you know
okay.
that
that was just a
I'm
clash
sorry,
only.
That
That was clash only.
that Lumar scheme
Oh,
just
okay.
makes me want to puke. That Lumar scheme makes me want to puke.
Yeah, that one's just. I
Alright.
didn't
Why
really-
is the
Next.
9
No.
teal?
Next is
The
the Noah
9
Gregson.
ruined
This
Plaid
will be mine.
fucking rush.
Oh boy.
Now, okay,
Oh boy.
for the viewers that are watching, there is more. Finally, we got confirmation of more sponsors that are coming aboard. But this is the. They fucked this
I
up
could,
so
craft
bad.
I could craft a better scheme in the Heat 5 customization menu. This
Alright, what are we
is a
rating
Heat
this?
5 customization menu
This
scheme.
is
It is. This is
What are we rating
embarrassing.
this?
2.
This okay. I will put it to you in baseball terms. This is Oakland Athletics out of Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh yes. Okay. So a negative 72 to 10. Okay.
God,
Again-
that is the worst one yet. By far.
Am
Oh,
I
my Lord,
crazy
is
that I kind of
bad.
like this? Am I crazy if I like this?
Yes.
It's just too. I mean,
I'll rate it
if,
3 out
if
of
there
10.
was a little bit more working for it, it's just nothing. There's
Well, okay,
nothing.
I don't
What-
hate
what's
it.
this
Nothing.
random?
It just needs so much more
What's this
work.
random like red outline on? I don't.
I
really-
will say the gradiency on the gray is fine.
Wait,
but
where's
that's
the
the
red
only
outline?
redeeming
on the
quality.
10.
I don't. I'll give it a 3 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10. I'd say 2.8
I'm
out of
giving
10.
it a 2.
Oh,
A
that's
solid
just,
2.
that's just I'm sorry. That just makes that
I
just
think the
makes me
Chase
wanna be
Elliott schemes
sick.
are bad. This one is just slightly worse than those. So I give
This
it like
one-
a
this one-
2.8.
Yeah, okay, yeah, this one's just bland. Elliott schemes are just poorly constructed, like just terribly constructed. Good concept, ruined by one small thing.
I mean,
This
what
is
is
just
Haas
ruined by
Racing spending their
everything.
money on? Because they obviously didn't spend money on designers.
Next up, is the Hamlin JGR interstate batteries for all 4.
Okay, I'm sorry. This looks
this
like
a
a criminal
Prius?
offense. This is the criminal offense on the 11. This is a criminal offense on the 19. This is fine on the 20. This is actually really good on the 54.
It
It,
looks-
it,
it looks
just
good on
looks like a
54.
criminal offense on the 11. It is a criminal offense on the 11.
It feels
a criminal
illegal.
goddamn offense.
Yes.
A criminal offense.
The scheme
As a
itself,
collective,
I
as a
give it like
collective,
a 6 or a 7.
It's
I'm
a
gonna say
seven.
I'll give it 6.
I like it. I've always liked
It's not
interstate
bad.
battery schemes.
Say 6.5 to break the tie. So it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Not
Just-
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
fine.
next.
I've always liked
Next.
interstate battery schemes.
Denny Hamlin Mavis tires and brakes.
Good old
This is
Mavis
like a-
tires.
This is an
This is a good- this is the
8.5
good
or a
old
9
Mavis
out of
tire
10.
scheme.
This is a very good scheme.
I
I'll
like
give it like
this.
I
actually
really like this. I'm
Yeah,
giving it like
no,
a
Mavis-
9.
I don't like
Yeah,
Hamlin, but I like
um,
the colors.
Yeah, there's
I'll give it a solid
Mavis
7.5.
Tires operates a lot
It's,
in like Atlanta.
it's a 9
so,
for
like,
me.
my uncle lives by a lot of Mavis Tires, and like there's always Denny Hamlin cutouts inside of every Mavis tire in like the Atlanta metro area. So yeah, that's actually a really cool scheme. I like this.
Yeah.
You know what? This is my second 10 of the night. This is
Okay.
a good orchestrated scheme.
This
I
will
don't
be
like
my
Hamlin.
highest rating so far. This is like a
That
9
tire
out of 10.
track ties it together. That little
It
subtle
does.
tire track.
I like tire
that.
track.
Yes.
I like the little subtlety of that. I actually really like that.
Alright.
This is a good
Next.
scheme.
Is the Denny Hamlin sports clips.
this
like-
one's better. Let's see.
Okay, the
What
sport.
the
I've
fuck
never,
is this? Is this Among Us? Why is
Okay,
it stretched
okay.
out so much?
Okay.
It's,
This
it's
is
just the way
like
the
a
picture has to fill
okay.
the
This is
screen.
looks
just
like
a
a
better.
Prius.
This is a better discount tire syndrome scheme. This is like a 4.5. This is fine.
Why the white
It's
go
okay.
around the wheel well on the front?
I don't get
I
that.
don't
Now
I don't
that
I'm
just
giving
looks
this a
that
that
frickin'
kind
4
of
out
is
of
a
10 as
giveaway.
well.
Like I don't like it.
yeah. Okay.
Next,
I
moving
need
on.
to. I need a team.
Oh, probably about 3. Next up, only one for Ryan Blaney is Menards. Great stuff.
This should be probably a
We
3 or a 4.
About
Okay.
4.
Yeah. We probably don't even have to look at this one. It's fine.
Just
What
skip
is
this
the
one.
hood?
Dude, it's great stuff.
Oh, the hood just ruins it. It's fine.
It's a
I'm usually a
4.
fan of this scheme, but this is just bad. The hood ruins it. It's a
4.
3.5. A 3.5. A 3.
All right.
I'm gonna be picky. I don't
Next.
care if he's a champion. Build better schemes, bitch.
All right. Next up, we got so much. Mahindra Tractors. Chase Briscoe.
Hendrick tractors. You mean? Oh, you said Mahindra.
Yeah, I said
You said
Mahindra.
Mahindra. Okay.
I like
I don't
the
know.
dirty.
Where's the where did the brown come from? Oh, I like that
It's
little
like the
subtlety
dirt
on the
look
dirt.
to it. Yeah.
I will say they
I don't
filled
know.
the sponsors out well.
They
Filled
did.
the sponsors out well. They filled the space. I'm gonna give the
I
holy
kinda
voice
give this a
crack.
9.
I'm going to give this a 6 because they filled the space very adequately, like very adequately.
I'll give it a
Very good job
7.
in filling the space.
I'll
Give it a
I'll give it a solid
6.5.
8.
This is a nice.
It's
This is a
very well
this is a good
rounded.
scheme. This is good.
All right,
I
next
can rock with
7.
this.
Next.
the 15.
Oh my god, we're almost
car.
at 2 hours.
No,
We're fine.
We're
We're
an hour
fine.
35. We're good.
We're fine. We're fine. We're
Yeah.
fine. We're blitzing. We're blitzing. We're blitzing. We're
The
fine.
15 in 29. Don't know if this is gonna be a full time team or just was for the Clash.
This is off-putting, just just a smidge, but it's not bad.
It's not
It's
terrible. It could be better.
It's fine. It's fine.
The gold wheels I don't really
It's
care
fine.
for.
Yeah, the gold wheels are a little bit not. I
I'll say
wouldn't
5 out of
depressing.
10.
Not depressing or
I'll
confusing.
give it
5's
4.
good. 5's good. 5's good. I think a 5's an adequate rating. We might need to start blitzing
5.
through these a little bit more. If
Yeah,
they're
let's
bad, I'm gonna
blitz
talk
through
shit
it.
on them. If they're fine, I'll just be like, okay, this is okay.
If we've
This is
seen it
okay.
before, we just skip
Yeah.
through it. Like this week,
16.
we already saw.
Yeah.
We already saw
16
this.
Celsius. Same
They
scheme. Just
okay.
with a 16.
They somehow
Give it a
somehow made
5.
it worse. They
Yeah.
somehow made it worse.
Next.
Yep,
Whatever my
5
rating
for
was for
me.
the other one, it's this one.
It's nice on the
Hey.
Xfinity car. It sucks on this car.
Fifth
Yeah,
third
it just
bank.
doesn't fit the cup car. It just don't fit the cup car. We haven't seen this one, I don't think. Oh no,
Good.
yes we have. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
good.
That's
We,
fine.
we already
good.
saw that one. Yeah,
That's
that's fine.
good.
We've already seen that.
That's a 7. That's good. That's good.
6 for
I
me.
always like that one.
I'll give it 5. Fastenal.
The chrome's a little confusing, but it's fine. I don't remember the Fastenal scheme actually.
Well, and this one
Ooh. So
I
it's a
like
little
this better.
different.
because last year it was like the
A little
pixelated.
different.
This had like the pixels, but the
Oh
hexagons.
yeah, this one's like sleek.
Yes.
This is sleek. This is a. I'm gonna say this is a 9 for me.
But I
I
like
like
it.
this.
It's a solid 9.
I like that.
I'd also give it a 9. I like that.
I mean, yeah. The black on both ends isn't like overpowering. It's
No.
subtle.
And that
It-
gradient's
it
on
works.
the front bumper.
They filled space very well. Also, they
Look-
filled space very well. I like that.
Yeah, I like the gradient
lot.
on the front. Like underneath.
Yep, this is a good. This is a good scheme. I'm a fan of this.
Next is the Bass Pro Shop number 19.
If
Not-
it's this is the
it's
same
pretty much
old
same
run of
Austin
the.
Dillon.
Is it the run of the mill true or it's Truex scheme? Yeah, okay.
It's the same as
it's
Austin
fine.
Dillon.
I think Dylan's is a smidge better if you ask me.
it
This is
was.
okay though.
It's all right.
This is a little bit worse. It's a little too much orange.
Mhm.
It's 5. I'm just not a fan of orange on a
Oh,
race car
4.
unless it's made good.
Now,
I'm just not a fan of orange on a race car.
Here's one that has a lot of people going. Christopher Bell's Mobile One.
Oh, don't tell me.
That's a 10.
That's good.
That's
Oh,
good.
that's good.
That's good.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. That's my third 10 of the
That's a
night.
10.
That's a good one.
That's good.
That's a good one. I like that.
Mobile One finally went away from the red, white, blue and went to more of a red and white, and then with the black ones. I mean, this works. This is great. Next is
like
Christopher
it.
Bell's number 20 Ream.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Two.
I know.
A
I know.
two.
I know what this one's gonna be.
Two.
Ah,
This,
it's
yeah,
so bad. It's
that's a
so
two.
bad.
This is terrible.
It's insulting.
So much empty space.
Oh, it's
So much
insultingly
opportunity.
awful. Where the hell is the back half of the car? There's nothing there. There's nothing there. This is a, this is my only one of the night. This is my only one.
So you're telling me that Noah Gregson's scheme beats this?
Yes.
Somehow.
Yes. Somehow.
No. Gregson's is in the shitter. Gregson's is below one.
Oh,
Gregson's is
okay.
literally in the toilet. Gregson is fighting through the sewage system right now.
Christopher Rose
as
is
we
hovering
speak.
the toilet seat.
This man is clamped. He's got all four paws spread against the against the bathtub, like he's a dog doesn't want to shower.
Okay, next. I'm done. I've heard
All right,
enough.
next. I have two.
Next one,
gonna
we don't have
vomit
to
if I have
even
to look
really
at that
say much
again.
about. It's Harrison Burton's 21. Same scheme from like the last 2 years.
That's fine.
Cool. Five.
It's
Yeah.
Cool. Five.
Cool.
five.
Next.
Yep. Cool.
Your nice
Next.
run-of-the-mill 21 scheme. Not don't hate it.
Next one,
Won't see
Logano's
that much in
22
30th.
shell. Not much really changed.
Fucking two. I don't like this scheme. They repeat it every time.
Yep.
Same thing with Cindric's scheme.
Three.
I wish there was more originality. Just a little more originality.
Three.
Three.
Easy.
Sometimes
Next
it works.
one.
Sometimes it's just insulting.
Is Logano's Hunt Brothers Pizza, which is different.
I like this.
I like this one.
I said I liked this one a lot. I think
Yeah.
this is an 8 for me.
This one's a 7.
This is new for Logano. I don't care that it's bland. It's something new for Logano,
It
and I
is.
think it fits that red 22 really well. I should say. This
This
is
is
an
a
8 for me.
This is the definition of you guys have no creativity. This is a freaking 2
Again,
out of 10 for me.
It's bland, but
Your-
it's different.
Your
for
forehead's
Logano.
a 2 out of 10 SP. Your hairline's a 2 out of 10 SP.
HD, your freaking record against me is 2 out of 10.
All right.
Actually,
Next one, Bubba Wallace,
it's 1 out of-
Columbia.
I'm 1 and 3. Actually,
Columbia. Okay, let's look at this.
I like I like it. Actually,
like it.
If this is the Bubba Wall,
It's okay.
It's all right.
I like the gold. The gold offsets it.
As I say, the gold makes it pop.
The
I
gold
think
makes
it's
it
a
pop.
4 out of 10.
This is a 5.5, a
I'll give it a
6.
Okay.
I'm
Four
a
and a
I'm a
half.
Columbia I'm a Columbia products consumer. So yeah.
And then
I give it a
the
5.
other
4.
one is
yeah.
Bubba Wallace's McDonald's scheme that just got released today, or supposedly is the McDonald's scheme for this year.
I think this is like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I really like this one.
This is probably one of his better ones. It's better than last year's by a long shot.
Oh god, that was like a 2 out of 10 last year.
Okay, this one's just like a 5, a 6. I like it.
This
It's
is a
fine.
6 to me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. Nothing to write home about, but it's not ass at all.
Yeah. Next one.
An assist. Okay.
I'm gonna give it my second 10 of the night. William Byron's Raptor High Heat.
I don't know about that, but it's good. It's an 8.
I love
I don't know if it's a 10.
I'm giving this a 3 out of
Fire-
10. I don't
the
know what the
fire
hype
is
is
just-
about this.
The fire is just confusing. Like
Well,
it's okay.
It's high heat. I mean, like that's
I
part
get
of it.
that, but like, put fire on the whole car, not just the hood.
I'll give this a freaking
Uh,
3 out of 10. I just hate this
It's
scheme.
fine.
I do.
I
I,
love it.
am not.
I
one,
don't
I
hate
do
it.
not like this.
I love
scheme.
it.
good.
It's beautiful all around.
It's good.
It's not that good. I'm
It
sorry.
gets the job done.
The
It gets
heat
the
does
job
not
done.
mesh with the car. It doesn't mesh. Like the fire just dissolves. If you look over the freaking tire in the front, the fire just disappears and dissolves, mixing in with the red gradient. It just does not work.
We have like that little sparkle in the red still. Not much, but I mean, I see what
It's
you're talking
fine.
about.
It's
But
fine.
yeah,
It's
I
alright,
I,
said,
I don't
it's
like
fine.
that. Next, that's a 3 out of 10 for me.
William Byron's Liberty University.
If it's the
Okay.
same old Liberty, I'm just gonna give it a 4.
It's
That's a
about-
little different,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's still 4.
I give it like a
I
6
don't-
or a 7. I like that game. It's one of my better,
It's
one of the
fine.
better games. Yeah.
It's fine. The flame's a nice little subtle touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 4.
Yeah, that's about
Also
a 5.
biased because one of my friends go there, but
Yeah.
still.
I've
Oh, shout out
got
to your friend.
love this one. 9 out of 10.
Is this the Raptor scheme?
Baveling.
Ooh.
9 out of 10, Alex. You're smoking crack.
Why is it gray? Why is it gray?
Why?
Why
Yeah.
is it
Why
gray?
is it gray?
If it was white, it
Okay.
would have been a
Maybe
lot
okay.
better.
If
Actually,
it
no.
was white, it might have been a scheme of the
I'll
year
give
candidate.
it more like a
Th-
7,
this-
actually, probably.
This is
I'll
just
give
a
it a
5.
7.
This is a 5 for me.
Five.
This is a 5
Yep,
for me.
five.
This is a
Five.
5 for me. This is a
Exactly.
5 for me. I'm glad we're agreeing on most of
I
these,
think this will
SP. I'm glad we're agreeing on
pop
most
on
of these.
track. I think it'll pop more on track.
I just wish it wasn't gray.
It's it's
Alright.
ugly. I'm sorry, that gray is ugly.
I
This
I
next
still
one
think
is the
Larson's
24
is the
Oxta.
supreme one.
It's slightly, and the Oxta is slightly different than last year's was.
Exalta. I'm more of a like.
Oxta, what?
Oh, sorry, no, Oxta.
It's that
I can't believe I just said that.
Exalta.
Oxta. Exalta.
Now this just reminded me of the Dale Jr. like the red and neon green Exalta schemes.
Yes.
Those were confusing as
good.
shit.
They were good.
They were
they're
fine.
confusing.
They were okay with them. This is good. This is better. It's not elite.
No,
It's
not at all.
fine. It's fine.
Just a
I
I'll
give
jolly
it
give
8
it
out of
out of-
10. I like
Uh,
it. 8 out of 10.
A
I'll give it a
modest 6.5 for me.
5.5.
It's solid.
Next
Byron, I mean Byron has usually pretty fine schemes usually.
one, his last one is the Raptor Tough.
Okay.
Okay, this is
I
like a
don't-
freaking -7 or out of 10. I
don't
don't even want to
remember
look
this.
at it. Just skip it.
That
It's
is
negative.
that's the most putrid color.
That is
I've
the
ever
ugliest
seen.
scheme we have seen tonight.
it
This is the
has.
ugliest one. This one's not getting a rate. This is a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. Some are bad because of blandness. This is just bad because why? Why did you do this? Why did you put that color? That is vomit green.
I like color green. This is not the color green that I like to see on race cars. Give it. Just skip it. 0 out of 10.
0. I'm not wasting my
Alright.
time on the scheme anymore.
Next one
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
not-
Circle from Daniel Hemrick. I like it. This is good. This is good. Solid 8.5.
I liked it better on the Xfinity car, but it still looks really good. It
I
still looks
like
really
the
good.
31 better than I do with the 16.
I like it.
I like-
The scheme this year is nice.
It's good. Very, very solid.
Yeah,
give it
this
a
is an 8. This is an
8.
8 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8.
I like it better than last year's. I'll give it an 8 out of
The
10.
11s
although
actually
the
looks really
Xfinity-
good.
Yeah,
the
the 11s
black on the
actually are pretty
11
dope-
Is
pretty
is
dope.
my favorite one. The black 11 might be a 9 for me. That's my favorite one of the bunch.
Hmm.
That's my favorite one of the bunch.
Alright,
But
and
Hemrick's
yeah.
is an 8. A
We'll
nice,
go-
crispy little 8.
The last set, which we saved for last, and that is Michael McDowell's schemes. First one
Michael
up,
McDouche Canoe.
the 34 Blaster. Very solid. I like it.
Blaster. Boo!
This
I
is
He's still
good.
know
waiting
what
for it
that-
to be on stream.
This
Here
I
it
don't
is.
know what the hell I'm looking at.
This
What
is-
am I looking at? I'm confused. I don't hate this. I'm just confused.
8 out of
What
10
is
for
this?
me. I
I'll
think the
say-
number
I mean,
font could be
I-
different.
I like
Yeah, the
the-
number font drags it a little
it's a
bit for
little
me.
out of place.
7.
I'll say
I think
I've got to
seven.
give
The
it
font,
7, 7
if
and a
the
half.
font was different, I'd put it a 9. If the font was different, the number font just ruins it for me. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Not bad.
it's fine. It's okay.
All right, here's another one. The Horizon, the car that he won in last year at Indy Oval, or
Indy.
Indy Road Course.
Is this like is this like that? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is fine.
Solid
This
8.
is another case where you incorporate 8 into a car very good, very subtly. I like
Mhm.
this. This is
Solid
an
7 out
8
of
for me
10.
as
I
well.
like it. Not
This is an
bad.
8 for me as well.
Now these next two. This next one I've never seen this yet. Like nobody ever posted about this one. Binbone. I never saw this
Binbone?
one.
What?
I never saw this one get posted.
Bimbo. Bone.
This is different.
That's a lot of green. It's not the
I
same
like color
shade
green.
at
I
least.
like that.
It's not the same shade. I'm fine with it.
It's
I'm
all
fine with
right.
it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Maybe
I'm fine with
6.5.
I'm fine with it.
Eh,
It's
yeah.
a 7 for me. I'm fine with it. I'm very much fine with this. Very much.
Hmm.
7.
SP?
Okay, move along. Last game of the evening, I guess.
Last two.
Give your rating, SP.
I'll give it like a 6.
All right, last two. This next one, I'm in love with. Hands down, I'm in love. It's not a 10. Margaritaville.
I want to see it. Oh, oh,
Huh.
eh. A lot of teal. I wish the number
Well,
wasn't blue. I wish the number wasn't that dark shade of blue. I really wish it wasn't
it's
blue.
whole. That's the whole part of Margaritaville. If you were to see like Margaritaville at sea or the Margaritaville over in that area, that matches perfectly. Just about blue.
I get
Yeah.
that.
I get the blue, but I do like how it pops over the teal.
I do as well.
I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10. I really like this scheme. This is one of my
Yeah.
favorite next gen or the Ford schemes that came out
Yeah,
this
it's
year.
a
This is one of my
7.5
favorite.
for me. I like it.
8, solid 8. And then the last one of the
This
night
is cool.
is the
Wait, we're not going to
34.
do all of them? Oh,
Oh, hell
No, well,
no.
SP, there's a lot of them left. We could probably save the other one with the
the
Daytona
next
talk for
half.
next
Yeah.
week.
I'm down.
Yeah.
34,
Okay.
Michael McDowell
You
does
already
Don't make it a
know.
boring
of
one. Don't make it a
Loves.
you made it a
Oh,
boring
boring
one.
one.
You
It's
made it a
boring.
boring one.
Well, unfortunately,
6 out of 10.
it's
So it's a 6. It's a step above
it's
Logano's
different.
at least.
I will say it's different because usually it's just Loves. This year it's the Loves RV stop, and then they added this Loves across the bumper of the car. I don't get that. I don't get why. Why have some teams done that this year? They put the logo in the
I
middle of
mean,
the car, and then they put it along the bumper 3 different times. Can you not read the logo that's in the middle of the car?
all I'm gonna
No,
say is I
we're
really hope
dyslexic.
Alex Bowman and his camp bring back the blackout ally scheme. That was one of my favorites
It
from last
was.
year. I hope they bring that one back.
We'll
I
see.
really
Again,
hope they do.
we'll have more next week, and that's why this is a very relaxing. And next week will also be relaxing. We'll just talk about the
About
500.
an hour
Uh,
segment of Hunter completely shitting on paint schemes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and this
Yeah.
is fun. It's relaxing, and it's something for y'all fans to enjoy. Get to see all the schemes out there. So I love it. I'm glad that we're uh, able to take the time to do this. I'm enjoying it. And next week we'll have Luke, and we'll probably try to get INF back for the entire segment because this is awesome. So yeah, you'll see more schemes next week. So real quick, we're going to hop right into and get out of the way and get done with overtime. We still got that to do because it is Truck Series in UTLR next week at Indy. So we're going to jump right into overtime. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Y'all know the drill. I don't even have to say at this point. But trucks at Indy is what we're going off of. SP, you're going to kick it off with us. Going wants to watch.
One's to watch. Well, Luke has obviously been on fire recently. He has won 5 of the 10 races so far this season. He's looking for more. His last time he raced Indy in the truck, he actually won it. So keeping my eye on that old Lukey boy right there.
HD.
If he shows up, which he likely will, I'm gonna give Clater a my one to watch. Clater's been on an unreal streak across all 3 series. It feels like he's won a few times in Cup. He's won I think 4 in Xfinity this year. It's a shame
Yeah.
he's not eligible for the playoffs. He's been on a damn good streak this year. So Clater's my one to watch. Yeah.
You know, I've got to give Claire credit to watch, but I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like Indy and INF go hand in hand. Watch INF
Hope
to
he shows
be
up.
a
I
runner.
do.
I think he will, and watch him be a runner. So that's my one to watch, or two ones to watch. Keys to victory, SP. We got 1 minute.
Keys of victory. Just kind of stay out of trouble. Make sure you stay in the draft. Draft's gonna be a big key this week, I feel like.
HD.
Yeah, stay in the draft. If you hold the lead, hold it. Just hold it confidently. Don't try to gas it too hard out of 2. If you do, you're in big trouble.
I've got to say, going down the front straightaway, going in turn 1, there's that shade section, and if you don't brake in time, you will overshoot the corner, or you'll cut
Mhm.
in sooner than expected, just because of how the Heat 5 physics are for these trucks. You'll go around quickly in turn 1, so be careful on your entrance. 15 seconds, race winning picks. SP,
I'm going with Luke.
HD.
Clater and INF.
You
One of
know
the two.
what? I'm going with Slater on this one. Slater's going to get it.
Hey, we beat the timer. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's go.
I like it.
We beat the timer.
Do
baby.
do 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 do.
I'm one mission away from Pink Diamond Luca, by the way.
Oh,
All right. That is it from the UTLR podcast. Once again, we thank y'all for being here. We thank y'all for having fun, chilling out with us. Thank INF for hopping in here for the time being. And yeah, we're back. We're back in action every Friday night, like I said earlier. So we're glad to be back after the one little off week. And it's just going to get better and better because guess what? NASCAR season is right around the corner. So we're going to have a lot to talk about for each race. It's going to be an interesting season for the podcast. So tune in every Friday night. Uh, Even though we're probably going to be overlapping some of the truck races, but it's all right. We'll probably be watching the truck race at the same time and doing the podcast. So check it out. It's going to be a fun season. We can't wait to enjoy it with you. Check it out next Friday night. I guess we'll see you next Friday.